What's that doing there? That's not very professional. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome along. It's stream o'clock. Is this the last one in March? It's not. There's Monday as well, isn't there? So I've got to build the remaining 6 speed champions by the end of Monday's stream. We're going to be speed building. Anna's got to build the rest of Trevor's house and the French cafe. Or else we're just not going to get all of March done in March.
Oh, wow.
Welcome along, everybody. How are we doing? As ever, let us know down in the chat or in the comments what you're building while we're building. We like to build together, boys and girls. I am back on the Formula 1 stuff tonight. I have 2 in front of me. I'm
just going to get some medicine.
Okay. I have the Visa right back. I assume that's what the RB stands for. And also...
RB is Richard Bass.
And also the Big Wet Trouser Alpine. I assume that's what BWT stands for. This one's got some pink on, so I'm doing this one first. This is not a democracy. I decide what we're building. I've got to build 3 of these tonight if I'm going to get them all done by the end of the month. But hello, everybody. How are we doing? How's your Friday going? Yeah, that's right. We released a video on the same day as we've done a stream. That is a test. We're testing. I already knew that video would be a bit of a flop straight away because it was the supercut of the Billand trip. So the video today is not really for you because I assume you... There's 6 bags in here again. I assume you watched the episodes as they came out. But what I'm really interested in as a piece of experiment for the future is it going to wreck the stream in terms of the algorithm? If we can release a video at 5 and stream at 7 and it doesn't wreck the algorithm, that does give us some interesting options both for this channel and my Football Manager channel going forward. So fingers crossed, the stream's as busy as ever and we might be able to then go to 7 videos a week, full on daily. Because at the moment, the only reason we're not daily is because we have 2 days a week of streaming.
Oh, my knee.
See? But how are we doing? Are we all... I'm crocheting blanket squares together and are looking glam this evening. What about me?
I am glam.
What about me? I'm wearing clothes. What more do you want? Finally get to join one of these. Been watching for ages. Well, welcome along. Look at the size of that bag, by the way. It's so small. I still don't understand. I bet, in fact, I've taken just bag 1. I guarantee this is going to be an open bags 1 and 2 together situation. It is. It doesn't need to be 6 bags. It can be 3. It's so silly that you have to open 2 at a time. Just make it...
That's annoying. For the other people we won't mention, some steps, have 4 bags that you need to open.
Nice. I like the colours on this one. I think this is my new Formula 1 team. The BWTs, as they're known as. The Big Wet Trousers. I like the pink. Anna, you look lovely. What about me?
You don't like it, do you?
I am a snack.
And who's told you that?
I've got a mirror.
Who's told you that?
We've got mirrors. I've held off until now, but I've taken the plunge on a couple of the 3-in-1 sets from Amazon. I blame you 2. You're welcome.
I'm sorry.
That's what we're here for. Hope you used our affiliate link, or else you can't blame us. You can only blame us if we made money off you, in which case we shoulder all the blame. If you didn't use our affiliate link, then I'm afraid it was entirely self-inflicted and you can't blame us. What were the Danish crisps like? The bag made it onto the fridge. That's all you need to know.
They were like prawn crackers, but didn't taste like prawn crackers.
Well, they were potato and salty.
Yeah.
They were like pom bears, but not bear-shaped. They were really nice. And a red really suits you.
No, I think that too.
What about me?
You really don't like this, do you?
I'm so beautiful.
Shut up. There you go. You can read that because it's in Spanish.
Por favor. This small... This is... You know these words are in English.
Yeah, but it's not after.
This small fountain... And why would it be Spanish? It's
just
Italian.
Spanish.
Do I look Spanish to you? This small fountain is coined the Fontanella degli Innamorati. Brackets, fountain of love. I've translated that myself. Due to its crossing water jets, never cross streams. Legend says that if 2 lovers drink from this fountain, they'll remain forever faithful to each other. There you go. You've got to drink. Got to drink like puddle water.
Where's your woohoo?
That's a good point. Woohoo! I hate having to open them like that way though. I don't like to woohoo at the start of the stream. It's wrong. I like to build up to a woohoo. I feel like that wasn't a natural one. It was forced. If I type Lego into my search bar, it directs me straight to your link. Of course I use your Amazon affiliate. I'm not that much of a heathen. That's all right then. Then you can blame us all you like. This is another lady driver. We get a lot of lady drivers. Is that just because she's in pink? So she has to be a lady.
I don't know.
Right, we'll put the helmet on because she's going to be driving the car, which means another hairpiece to go into the collection. Also, she's not going to hold the spanner. I don't know why. Why do speed champions all come with a spanner? I have so many spanners, and once you put the driver in the car, you have to take the spanner off them. So I've just got a little tub of spanners.
I need a table hammock.
Excuse me?
I need a table hammock. I need a hammock that hangs off the table. So
Why is your hand here?
Because I'm leaning on my chair, but I
Okay.
need a hammock because my knee hurts.
So you need a leg sling, not a table hammock.
My injection's worn off.
Do you want me to do you a new
and it's
one?
progressively got worse, and it's
I can give you a fresh
it
jab.
hurts today. It really, really, really hurts. So to make myself better, I bought myself an Xbox
She already owned one.
yesterday.
It's not like it's something
bought
she
a
didn't
new
already
one.
have.
I bought the. Oh, what did I bought? I bought the Xbox Series X digital, and it's big, and it looks better, and the games play better.
Ah, Funyuns.
And it only took all night to transfer everything. All night.
She's mental. Kevin is looking extra Ricky Tomlinson tonight. You know full well I look nothing like him, Topher. You're fired. He just heard me chastise someone on stream when he was editing for saying I look like Ricky Tomlinson, and then they got confused about why I wasn't amused at being compared to an 80-year-old man.
He's not 80, is he? Now?
Yeah,
Wow.
an 80-year-old man. I don't look a day over 23, and you're telling me I look like an 80-year-old man. Hideous.
I don't think he was that old.
He was in his 60s when they did the Royal Family 25 years ago.
My mum loved that. I didn't get it. I think I was too young.
It was a good programme, but the man in it was very old, unlike me. The spanners are good at taking one by one plate off and one by one round bits, are they, by golly? Well, then I have a use for my spanners. Language!
It's really hurting.
There's no excuse for being foul and
Can
abusive,
you
though.
get that pillow, please?
I can.
Oh.
Well, I am trying to make a Formula 1
I know,
vehicle.
but I'm really hurting. It's really...
I'm under the table!
Oh,
There you go, he's 85 apparently. He's very old. Unlike me, I'm very young and handsome.
Oh, sorry, David. Oh, it feels a little
Why are you
bit
calling me
better.
by my middle name?
Not you.
Oh.
I had to move Douglas.
I see. Any news on the new asylum? They've not taken her yet, no.
Excuse me?
What? Oh, the Arkham Asylum. No news yet. It's coming this summer, I think.
Mean?
What? What? No news. If there were news, I would have spoken of the news. But it is rumoured, so fingers crossed. Are you
I'm
coming
alright,
to the
Topher, thank you.
Cobbler's Brick Show in Northampton tomorrow? No. Anna asked me that earlier. Someone asked me the other day. I am a Peterborough fan. There is no way
not-
I can attend something with Cobblers in the name. It's just not going to happen. That would be like Topher going to the Arsenal Brick Show. He just wouldn't go.
Why?
Because he's a Spurs fan. You've got to have some standards.
David.
And if they're going to be vile enough to put Cobblers in the name, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to attend. It's just the way it is. Plus, we've already got pre-arranged every pickup in the morning when I would be going.
I'll do it now.
So, can't go. I didn't actually know it was this weekend. Someone asked me a few weeks ago. But there's no way I can go to anything with Cobblers in the name. It must be near that cesspit for it to have that name. So I can't risk getting that close. Will I be getting the new Pink Speed Champion? Yeah, the Barbie's
Yes.
dream car. Yeah, definitely. Looks awesome. Really like the look of that one. Shoe army. I mean, that says it all. Bless them. They're so tin pot.
Stop being mean.
Then they should stop being such easy targets. Oh my word.
I still don't know why you lot are called posh. I don't get
Because
it.
we are.
don't get it. When I got in your car and it said posh on the window with your the tax in it, I was like, I don't know what it means. Does he think he's posh or something?
I am
like,
posh.
Weird.
Hi both, will you be looking to get the Shire set? I have got absolutely no interest in Lord of the Flies.
I might do.
Yeah, Anna wants it potentially because
It
she
looks
wants
fun.
to. Someone made a video where they compared it to it looked like it was a Teletubbies set, and that hit the nail on the head. That was even better than me saying it looked like it was Rabbit's house from Winnie the Pooh. It does look like a Teletubbies set. I just don't get it, and it looks very expensive for what it is. I'm not even saying that just as someone who doesn't like Lord of the Rings. It looks really childish for an 18+ set. I think they've used the wrong shade of green and it makes it look like a cartoon. I just don't... I mean, I know the Lord of the Rings lot will be bananas for it. The busiest Lego store launch day I went to last year was Barad Dur. And I was there on Star Wars Day. I was there on the big release days. But the busiest one by far was Barad Dur release day because it was just absolute... You were there for that one, weren't you, Barad Dur, weren't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
It was insane, wasn't it?
Yes, so that's why I've never been again.
Yeah, it put Anna off going to launch days.
No,
there has never been
you.
one as bad as that before or since. So I know it's going to sell like mad.
It was awful. I was just like, oh, get me out.
Yeah, I've never experienced one that bad since. That one was insane. So I know it's going to sell really well, but I'm not interested in it. 'Tis not for I.
I'm not a fan of crowds. So I was like...
Also, weirdly, I'm not sure what Lego are up to this month because the new Disney Castle comes out.
But I love you all. I just...
It's not what she says off camera.
Finn!
The new Disney Castle.
Don't say
You're
that.
on the internet. Learn to be fun.
No.
The new Disney Castle comes out on the 1st. The Shire comes out on the 2nd, and the River Steamboat comes out on the 7th. So for people like us who are an hour away from our nearest Lego store, if we wanted all three of them, we'd have to get the first one a week late, or go 3 times, or order online and then get it late. Because with Lego, if you order online, you don't get them on launch day. They send them on launch day. So in order to get all 3 of them on launch day, luckily we're not getting any of them on launch day, but if we were to get all 3 of them on launch day, we'd have to drive for 6 hours to do that trip 3 times, which is bonkers. I don't really know what they're up to.
Right, where's this going?
But I'm sure they've got a plan. Maybe they're trying to make launch days less horrible. Maybe they know what Lord of the Rings launch days are like, and they want the Disney crowd in there on a separate day to the Lord of the Rings crowd because they're both bananas. So they don't want them in there at the same time.
Apologies for the noise.
I think it could definitely look better and cost less. Yeah. Like I say, it's not a theme I'm interested in at all, so I wouldn't be getting it anyway. But it just seems a bit of an odd one. I love Lord of the Rings stuff, and I'm passing on this set. It's hideous. I know Cobblers is not great, but the show is fantastic. Lots of people showing, and only a few vendors. I mean, I like a lot of vendors. I like them. Yeah. Oh yeah. I like a mix though.
There's a mix. There's people. There's mocks. There's
but I want a lot of everything.
It's not going to be where we went before in Manchester. They're all small.
Well, that didn't have a lot of vendors either. I like a lot of vendors. For me to justify it as a business expense to go over there, and the best performing videos are the ones where there's lots of retired Lego to look at. As much as I like looking at the mocks, YouTube and TikTok like looking at discounted and retired Lego sets. But yeah, we're gonna have to give this one a miss because we've got, like I say, every are collecting some stuff we've sold on eBay anyway, so we can't go regardless. We'd have to go later in the day, and later in the day,
not where you find the bargains.
Yeah, there's going to be even less. I mean, if it's not a show for bargains anyway, then maybe we could go later in the day. But Anna wants to come and have a day at the Lego City tomorrow. That was our pre-arranged plan. She's not really been there. In fact, you've not been there at all since there's been any Lego in there, have you?
Nope.
So we'll decide.
We'll have to be here with somebody.
Yeah, we'll decide if we're doing that, or we might head over in the afternoon and have a little look. We'll see.
1, 2, 3. Right, so.
Oh. You appear to be squeaking. Sometimes you've got to squeak. Where does that go? Is that right? Yes, that's right. Is this a little snowmobile?
1, 2.
I don't understand what's going on. What's the most complex thing you've built from Lego, and how long did it take me? Or you. It's not just for me.
That kingfisher was...
Really?
Oh my god.
How long did it take you?
8 hours. Because the wings keep falling off. It is annoying.
I mean, my answer.
Anything that's fragile, really.
My answer is really boring. It'll probably be stuff that I did at school when I was doing my GCSE
think they're asking
in
about
Technic.
school. I think they're asking about now.
Well, they're asking what's the most complex thing I've built out of Lego. It would have been some of the stuff I built at school.
You didn't have sets at school, though, did you?
No, exactly. It's what made it more complex. You would have a whole load of Technic, and we'd have to make gearboxes and stuff. So yeah, making a gearbox or a Lego Technic representation of an internal combustion engine, they were pretty complex. I couldn't do stuff like that now. But yeah, all that kind of stuff that I had to do at school when I was getting my GCSE in Technic Lego. Now what are you ripping up, you turtle? Dave, what you got?
He's got his toy.
There's a toy next to him. I think he's ripping some back.
Yeah.
Watching you whilst I saw a £30 random box of Lego I got off Facebook, 20-litre tub of old Lego, already found Gandalf the White and Radagast the Brown. After I don't know what.
There's from the ring thing.
The Star Wars stuff.
No,
okay.
not the rings.
What
are they
the
called?
Olympics.
No. What are they? Hobbits.
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 Hobbits, say. What's your favourite Bricklink set?
The mushroom house.
You wouldn't know, you've never built it. Yeah, are we allowed to include ones we've never built? Because my favourite one that I've built is Brick Cross Station. Brick Cross Station is sensational. However, I really, really like the look of the construction site and the bowling alley. Neither of which I own, but would like to get at some point. And some of the castle stuff has been great. There's a lot of Bricklink stuff is just great. It's aimed at grown-ups. It's really cool. What's yours and Anna's favourite themes? My favourite theme is Creator 3-in-1.
Art. Why is the light in front of... Why is the light there? In front of all the art? You can't see...
So that you don't smash it into stuff.
You can't see Mona Lisa.
Well, move it then if you want.
Could you move it?
Well, where would you like it to move to?
Over there, so it's away from...
I mean, it is usually there.
I can see, normally look at it and see a French woman.
There you go. Now your chair will bang into it when you pull back, so just be careful. This will be one of our final streams in this room. We've ordered a microphone for the new setup. That comes on Tuesday, I think.
But we will have a fan.
Yeah, the fan's already up there. We do need a second one. We've got a new Elgato has arrived for to set up the camera. Matt's already coming up with plans, and I think probably next weekend, so not tomorrow, but the weekend after.
Okay, what has he got?
That's what I was asking before. You said he had a toy.
What has he got? I can't see.
Dave, come here. I don't know. Something he shouldn't have, I'm sure. But yeah, I think next weekend we will be setting up the new stream room. So we'll have this stream, Monday stream. Next Friday we won't be streaming because I'm off to the launch party for the Bricks Museum that's going to be in Milton Keynes. So you'll have a video from there next weekend because I'm there on Friday night. Gadding about at a launch party. Never been to a launch party before. Actually, that's not true. But I've never been to a Lego themed launch party before. So by the Monday after that, we could conceivably be streaming from upstairs. So this might be the penultimate stream from this room. Which I guess if Monday's stream is the final stream from in here, we'll have to have a going away party for this room. You'll never see this room again. What it does mean is I'll be able to bring back Sneaking into Anna's Lego Room on TikTok. Everyone's favourite series that there hasn't been an episode of for like 8 months. Kev going partying. Yeah. I'm not really going to be doing the partying side of it. I'm going to be... I've told them I will be making a video. I'll be wandering around the place making a video. and then leaving by the time partying. I don't know what's involved in a party. I'm certainly not planning on partying or socialising. I'd quite like to. I should send him an email saying, can I just come in an hour early, make my video, and then leave before people arrive? Because it's not like an open to the public event. It's an event for press.
Kev, that's
and
how you network.
influencers. Yeah, no, that's how other people network. I'm not capable of networking because I'm me, and you don't want to come. So I don't have anyone to do my networking for me.
You think I can do it?
I think I've seen you have conversations with people.
Because people talk to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And it really freaks me out. And I'm like, hello.
There you go. So you could come and do that. But yeah, I'll see. But there'll be a video, and the video's the important part. And it does look cool. If you've not seen any of the stuff about the museum, it looks really cool. It's going to have a massive Lego city in it, which certainly appeals to me. And it's just down the road. In the new streaming room, will you have a bigger table to work on? No. It would be this, well, a table of this exact size. I mean, you've all seen the room upstairs. It's not a large room. That's why we had to get a storage unit to put the Lego City in. So my concern at the moment is whether we're actually going to fit in it with this setup.
We've sat in there before.
I've sat in there before, but not with a PC setup. That's why I said to you the other day, we might not take the PC up there, because by the time we've got the PC set up and a camera on the wall and 2 chairs in there, I don't know if it's all going to fit. So I need to. Me and Matt are going to do some measuring.
So we're going to be down here then?
Huh?
Are we still just...
No, we'll be up there. The PC might stay down here, and we'll just use my laptop to stream from. And we'll keep the PC there, or we could put the PC over there, like I said to you earlier. And then you could just use this for podcast and your stuff. And
that's all I use.
Yeah.
I don't do anything else on the computer.
We'd use my laptop to stream from, and we'd just take it in when we need it. So that's how I used to do it in the Lego room at the old house. I'd do it off my laptop, so the laptop can cope with it. But we'll see. That's what Matt's for. He'll tell me what we can and can't do. But it'll all be nicely lit. We've got a proper shotgun microphone on the way, so we're not going to be using this piece of junk anymore. I gave Matt the brief of you need to be able to hear us clearly, but not have us drowned out by Lego. And he's like, yeah, this is the microphone to get. He sent me a link because it was in the sale. Only one was in the sale, which is annoying. So we're waiting for a second one to appear because we need 2 really. They're that targeted. We need to have 1 pointed at each of us apparently.
Need what?
1 pointed at each of us. So it's a shotgun mic that'll be above us.
Like a shotgun would
Yeah,
be.
but they'll basically be just above our heads, just out of frame. So we'd need 1 each, or we could have one between us. But if we have it between us, it will still pick up a lot of the Lego noise.
You've not seen any of my tape around, have you?
Oh. So yeah, we have lots of plans. Matt does know everything, yes. Will we be going to the Lego Reading Brick Show in April? We went to the Reading Brick Show last year. Are you up for going to Reading Brick Show again? It's the one where we went to Legoland on the way home. I'll be going, although I was looking at my calendar earlier. I think it's the same weekend as Peterborough Brick Festival, which is my hometown brick festival.
I use a screwdriver because I don't like this sometimes. Oh my god!
So if we go to Reading, it'll probably be on the Sunday rather than the Saturday. I'll go to Peterborough Brick Festival on the Saturday and then Reading Brick Show on the Sunday, potentially. Especially if we can swing by Legoland Windsor and go in the store there again on the way home and get several videos out of it.
Excuse my face, everybody. I'm just in a little bit of pain.
Can we have a counter set up for the amount of times Kev or Anna bang into the mic? Yeah, why not?
We're not banging into it,
No, with the new mics when they're just above our heads.
Oh.
They won't be like directly above our heads. Matt knows what he's doing.
It'll be like in the show.
Have we got the T-Rex build? Anna has the T-Rex.
I have Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff the T-Rex. It's not been built yet. That's another thing that he's kind of waiting for upstairs, like Colosseum. Because not only is it going to be our streaming setup.
Hold on, Colosseum I bought for myself.
Yeah, but you've got nowhere in here to display it.
That's true.
So you're waiting for somewhere to display it upstairs.
Yes.
So once there's space up there, she can build it and it can then go on display up there.
I hate this channel. Thanks. But Kev pays me in free Lego and feet pics.
That is true.
Okay.
That is true. You have to be careful because if you post stuff like that, Anna is going to think you're serious. Even
I will leave.
Yeah, even though she should recognise your name because you're here all the time. You have to be a little careful with stuff like that for Anna. She'll see I hate this channel and not read the rest of it and get upset. So behave yourselves. This isn't like, you can't talk to us the way you talk to me on Twitch. It's not the same. What is both your favourite Lego sets of all time?
The galaxy up there.
Avengers Tower, maybe? It varies. It changes all the time.
I loved it. It was so fun to build. I'll have to build one from upstairs.
I suspect Lion Knight's Castle when I get around to it. Because it looks amazing. But I just haven't built it
I
yet.
love this show.
That's more like it. Will you be going to the Bedford National Brick event? Should be my first collection, which I'm excited for. Depending on when it is, there's a good chance Bedford isn't a million miles away.
We just have to look at our calendars of what things we're doing.
As we get further towards summer, it becomes more likely that we'll have other stuff on, so we won't necessarily be going to every one that looks close by.
Like Rue likes to go places in the summer, so we take him out, and Kev likes to go and do things.
Yeah. So
I'm getting injections, so we might have no spare time because I can actually live a little bit.
Yeah, if Anna's able to get on a plane, we will be getting on a plane. This build, by the way, is completely different to all the other ones I've done so far. So well done, Lego. This is the Alpine, I think. Oh, I didn't get my points off the front of it.
You silly sausage.
Bedford is May 24th. In that case, I probably won't be at that because I suspect that is the same weekend as London Comic Con, where I am speaking. I'm doing a panel there. I think, is it 1 or 2 panels?
I don't know.
I'm definitely doing at least one panel. I'm not sure if we're doing the other one as well. But I'll be at London Comic Con. So yeah, won't be anywhere else that weekend if I'm in London Comic Conning. And that's a perfect example of...
excuse me, where's the sum?
Oh, 10 times 10. That's a perfect example of, as we head further into the year, the more likely we are to have to be doing something else.
Oh, Sophie, don't say that. No. Well, I did have a steroid injection in my knee by the doctor. That did hurt, but it did help. But now I hurt even more. Then I don't know what I'm having in my back.
Topher's getting his off of Larry down the gym though to make him hench.
Oh, are you getting that kind of steroid?
I doubt it. I mean, he might be.
Oh, well, I don't. You said it. I don't know. And the knee one did hurt going in, but it was delightful not having knee pain. But when I had it done at the body clinic, they also put this other stuff in. It was like WD-40, and it was amazing, wasn't it?
Yes.
Amazing.
I mean, you said it was.
But it's expensive.
I didn't experience it. I don't know for sure.
It was expensive.
Yeah, those injections are expensive.
Ow.
But as you can hear, she is struggling a little bit with the old knee tonight.
Today. Yeah, it's like last week I was like thinking my knee does not feel good, and then yeah, it's so I can feel every time it moves it clicks. I got in touch with doctors and they were like, oh, we can have a face-to-face on the 7th of April. I'm like, that's weeks away, so I'm hurting. And this morning I thought I was paralysed because my leg, I moved my leg and I just got this pain all the way down my leg and it was just like stuck and I couldn't move it, and it's now...
That's what happens when you sleep on the sofa because you're playing with your new toy.
I like the sofa, it helps my back, but that happens in bed as well. It happens everywhere, it's just hurting now. Hurting a lot.
This might sound rude, I promise it's not. It's pronounced Alpine, but not spelled. I asked that on the video. And when I reviewed these, I said, I've heard it said Alpine and Alpine, and the comments were almost exclusively... the way you say the team. The comments were almost exclusively, it's Alpine. I don't care. But yeah, if it's Alpine, then Alpine. How long have we been together? 1,000 years!
What year is it?
2023.
Oh, what year is it? 2025. 13
calendar.
This year. 13 years. Ugh, 13.
Lucky you.
Lucky you.
Yeah, but lucky you.
Lucky you, actually. You'll see.
Oh.
I wish I was getting hench. yeah, if Kevin says something like that, I will just go, okay. I got myself yesterday an Xbox Series X digital. I didn't need the disc because I like my discs on my PlayStation. I have like a whole, you can see that stack over there. That's most of it. That's most of my games. It goes all the way down to the floor, like just behind Kevin.
Hello,
over there.
I'm Kevin.
Next to the cupboard. So I like to have my games on the PlayStation 5. So I got the digital because it was like £50 cheaper. And I was like, well, because all I play is Game Pass stuff. So I got one of them and my games do look better. And it has Dolby Atmos. I don't know what that is, but it's there. I don't know what it is, but my TV, because like last night I had to look like, so I had to have I had to have the S on and I had to have the X on. So the X was connected to the HDMI cable that was the Sky one because it was just in the TV because I needed them both on. And the Sky HDMI, the Xbox did not like that because I put not Skyrim, Starfield on and the TV
Garfield?
just freaked out. No, but the TV didn't last night. Freaked out. And there was a big, thick, meaty HDMI in the Xbox box. So I got that out this morning, put it in, and everything is fine. I don't play Fortnite now. I have like a few times with him, but I don't do that. What's that say?
I don't know where you're looking.
The bottom one.
Klepto.
Well, I don't know what that means, so sorry.
Isn't that like a hoarder?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. That was a strange advert. It was split screen. I could still see you, but an ad was playing. Nice. What was the advert for? Was it something delightful? I'd like to know what's being advertised on our channel.
Lego, hopefully.
I mean, I doubt it's Lego. That would be a little bit too accurate. Imagine if Lego were actually advertising on the channel but hadn't put us in the ambassador network yet. I'd be a little frustrated at that. A thief.
Why?
She takes everything literally. Oh, so a klepto is a thief. I never added a full stop. She takes everything, full stop, literally. As in, don't worry.
Okay.
Do you enter in gaming giveaways? They're doing, I don't know what that means. If you want to be in a Lego giveaway, Brick Prize Draws is where it's at. They sponsored the trip to Billund. And
I think that's what their advert was.
Oh, well then they shouldn't be doing that. We have an exclusive contract with Brick Prize Draws. We need to talk to YouTube. But yeah, go check out Brick Prize Draws. They have got all 3 of the new sets that are coming out next month. They're already doing giveaways for them. So go check them out, boys and girls. No idea, it was a quick ad. I was too busy being surprised you were part of it. Can we put the table back where it was before you just shoved it forward? Thank you. That's going to be the best thing about being upstairs. She's not going to be able to do that.
Oh, shut up.
Right, sticker the 12. Where are you, 12E? Oh, you're a big boy, 12E.
I have played Crash Bandicoot, but not on the Xbox. I played it originally.
Is that on the Xbox?
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
What a world.
I know. No, I played it when it was the original PlayStation gubbins and stuff.
Beautiful sticker, Kevin. And then sticker number 22.
Oh, someone should have it. Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Is it Elden Ring or Elden Ring?
The game is Elden Ring, but there could be a product called Elden Ring that we don't know about. We just default to gaming. There you go, look. BWT. What does BWT stand for or mean or sell? Because their logo is all over this car.
Thanks. Oh, God.
Absolutely no idea. Oh, I already read that one. Are we coming to the Cobbler's Brick Show in Northampton tomorrow? I mean, I've got to be very careful how I answer this because I see your name is Brick Cobbler. As a Peterborough fan, I can't, in good faith, attend an event with the word cobbler in the title. It is just against my religion. So, no, that's not the actual reason. I mean, that is part of the reason. It's not the actual reason. The actual reason is we're waiting in for a delivery. Well, actually, a collection, not a delivery. We might turn up in the afternoon. We'll see. But we're waiting for Every to come first. But yeah,
And
it's,
if you've ever dealt with them, they come when they please.
if I turn up,
Oh, for the love of life!
stop throwing things on the floor.
It's the same bit.
If I happen to show my face in Northampton tomorrow, I will be wearing a posh shirt and I will be booing everyone
Kevin.
and everything.
Can't take him anywhere.
Are you excited about the possibility of Universal Studios in the UK? Yes, but I mean, it's going to be so far in the future that we might be too old to enjoy it by the time it actually arrives.
Maybe you will be,
If
but
we're-
I won't be.
If we're still under 70 when it arrives, then we'll absolutely get annual passes. But if we're too old to actually go to theme parks at that point,
You still want to go to theme parks at that age?
no, if we're physically incapable of going to theme parks, then there's no point having an annual pass if we can't
I
actually
don't know
go.
what he's got, but he's got something and he's ripping it off.
Yeah, it'll be something of yours that you've left lying around that he's had.
Right.
It's plastic, I think. Oh, and I've put my sticker on Scoo Whiff as a result. Ah, luckily, so Scoo Whiff, it was hanging over the edge, so I've been able to peel it off again. Are you going to Peterborough Brick Festival? Probably, but it's the same weekend as the Reading Brick Show, and we might go there instead. We'll see. Isn't there a Taco Bell near the Northampton ground? There is. That's the only redeeming quality of Northampton as a town.
I don't
They
give
have
you
a
a
Taco Bell.
full
No, that
bit,
one does.
so-
That one does. It's not the service station one. It's the one where you get indigestion because you have to eat your food whilst looking at the Subbuteo Stadium.
Oh, stop it.
It's really hard to boo and chew at the same time, but I find a way.
The tree's gone. It's no longer winter.
Yeah, I mean that's madness. Why would we have a tree up in summer? That's mad. Absolute insanity.
This bit does not want to stay on. Oh, that's why I hate it sometimes. So annoying.
Castrol. That's oil, isn't it? Not casserole.
Yeah. I don't have the Concorde yet.
Oh, I see. Yeah, now we're going to have more display space upstairs and space for displaying bigger sets. Anna's going to buy all of the big sets she's not been able to buy previously. So she'll be covering it in... By Christmas, there'll be a Titanic, an Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, the T-Rex, the Concorde, and we'll be
Eiffel
like, yeah,
Tower.
it's all full. Yeah, it's full again now. We can't buy big sets again anymore because it's now full. So we'll have a fun few.
No.
I say we. Anna will have a fun few months building all the massive sets. Tower Bridge will be in there. She'll build all the massive ones, fill the room, and then that'll be that. We won't be able to get any more massive ones again until we've got a warehouse.
This is what I need to do.
Currently sitting here building Rexy. Don't know what that is.
A Rex? T-Rex?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes
You are
sense.
so dense sometimes.
I mean, that's very ableist of you. Calling the autistic person who didn't understand
Oh, shut
an
up.
abbreviation
Shut up.
because he doesn't do social stuff,
Shut
calling
up.
him dense.
Oh, you are dense sometimes.
Wow. I
Oh,
just
this
think
is not
literally, and I've never heard it mentioned. I've never heard it called Rexy, so it didn't occur to me that could be what you were talking about. Now I've had that entered into my brain as a rule. Sometimes people will say Rexy. I'll understand it the next time.
What is happening?
Posh Stadium's being displayed next to my Sixfields. What? Someone's built London Road? Now that does make me want to turn up. What time's it open until? Because, like I say, we've got to stay in for the everyman or the everywoman. I don't know what flavour they are.
Person.
Yeah, the every human. But we might tootle down in the afternoon if we're free. if we're available, if we're done with the everyman woman.
Person.
The everyman woman person. Currently building the Eeyore BrickHead. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lego need to make an iceberg for the Titanic. We've got an ice machine. We've got that covered.
I'm not going to put ice in front of it.
I still want to build the Titanic in the Arctic Circle on a cruise.
No, can't go on one of them now.
We will be going on one at some point.
Not be the same though.
What do you mean it won't be the same? How will it not be the same?
It's not on the birthday, yeah.
I mean, that was only a coincidence. It was never for your birthday.
Yeah, it was. Birthday, yeah.
That wasn't how I planned it. Anna, do you think you'll finish this set tonight?
I don't know.
What bag are you on?
9.
Of?
15.
Oh, you might then.
It's fiddle bits now, though. It's
good old fiddle
look,
bits.
it's got these little fiddly bits I've got to put together.
Plus, you have to put Kevin on there. Going past on his scooter. By the way, I've ordered us new minifigs from minifig.me.
Oh no, I like my minifig.
Well, I'm not going to throw the other one in the bin, but I've ordered you a new one. Goodness me. Because they brought out Fallout jumpsuits. So I've ordered you in a Fallout jumpsuit with little legs. And they had a giraffe jumper for me to wear. So I've got myself in a giraffe jumper and you dressed like you're on your way to the bunker.
Vault, Kevin, not bunker.
Same thing.
No, it's not. It's not a bunker, is it?
Well, I don't know.
It's a vault.
What's the difference between a bunker and a vault? A vault's in a bank, isn't it? It's more a bunker than a vault, I would say.
Called vaults.
That feels like an Americanism. I feel like here they'd be called bunkers.
They are in that game.
What they're called bunkers. I've watched your Lego house vlog. Are you going to let Anna have a shoe in the city? I've never said she can't have a shoe in the city.
You did, because it wasn't. It's not.
It just
normal.
has to be part of the plan. She can't just plonk it down somewhere randomly and expect it to stay there forever. Because the city is constantly evolving. I've been in there this afternoon and completely changed the shape of it from the. You're going to see a video tomorrow, or Patreons have already seen the video, but you'll see a video of me doing a first city layout. Today I've completely changed it because I'll keep changing it until I'm happy with the layout, and then something new will come out and I'll completely change the layout 5 times again. So yes, there'll be a shoe in there, but it won't necessarily be placed and never move.
My shoe.
Just like everything else, it will move.
Mushroom shoes made of.
Are we going to get the Shire? No, because we're not interested in
I might
Lord of the Rings.
We'll have a look.
I would strongly recommend not getting it at launch.
No, I said I will have a look.
Yeah,
like the Twilight House, I will have a look.
Oh yeah, I will get the Twilight House at some point and
Like,
put it in the
where are
city.
you living?
I'm just waiting for a good price.
Ouch!
I vote shoe in the middle of a roundabout. I mean, that's a fairly strong assumption. There's going to be a roundabout somewhere in the city.
Oh, roundabout. Oh, I'll make a.
The problem is with stuff.
I'll make a botanical one.
The problem is with stuff like that is the Lego road plates can't even do corners. Never mind roundabouts. So it would have to be. It'd have to be completely brick built if I did a roundabout, which I'm not necessarily against, but I don't have the parts to do at the moment. So at the moment, it's just a grid, or will be a grid, because that's all we can do with the way the road plates are.
Oh no, it is going to be out of proportion. It's going to be just a massive shoe. Just don't annoy Kev.
It won't annoy me. I'll make a story around it.
It's an alien shoe.
Yeah. It'll have minions coming off of it.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
What set would you like Lego to re-release and to create as a new release? Re-release, I would quite like them to re-release the Simpsons house, purely because the absolute buttholes charging a fortune for it will be not able to do that anymore because people can just buy a shiny new one.
The firehouse.
A cheap one. Yeah, or that, yeah, the Ghostbusters firehouse. Anything that's sold for way over the odds. The original modulars.
If you want a battle boss, they're cheap in Costco.
Yeah. I'd love for the 20th anniversary of the first modular in a couple of years, I'd love for them to re-release the first 3. And just be like, there you go. Because everyone who's trying to sell them for 2 or 3 grand is then going to be like, oh, well, that's ruined my scalping. So yeah, just stuff. The really popular stuff is the stuff I'd like to see them remake. What I'd like to see them make, Wembley. I would love a Lego Wembley to go with my Lego Nou Camp, my Lego Bernabeu.
Oh, it is
And once they've got Wembley done, I'll take the Emirates, please. And then we can talk about non-football stadiums. A poker centre, yeah, that would be cool. I just sold my my Mega Pokemon Centre in anticipation of Lego doing one. So they better do one, because I've sold my Mega one now. I did notice when I was in Smith's yesterday, all the Pokemon stuff is mega discounted. Pun intended. So if you are looking for some Pokemon Mega, it is super cheap in Smith's at the moment.
They are good sets.
Yeah, they are good. They're just selling it all off, because obviously it's being discontinued, so Lego can take over. Could you not give her a lot and make her a big shoe house thing like the nursery one? I mean, we could make it.
That's wrong.
We could do it as one of the future custom buildings, because as part of the Patreon reward that we're currently on, the current Patreon milestone, we are promising a series of custom buildings. Once we've finished Block Party HQ, which I have now ordered the parts for, so hopefully that'll get done at some point in the next month or so. Some of the parts are coming from Thailand, so it'll take a while.
Why does this look wrong? Oh, I've done that one.
But potentially the next one, we could do a house shaped like a shoe that Anna could design and build, if that's what was voted on by the Patreon folk. But I don't know if she'd want to do something that formally designed. I think she just wants chaos. The reason she's saying a shoe is because she wants it to annoy me and we have to work around it. New or old Wembley? New. But it would be quite nice if it was a 2-in-1 pack where you, like with the Back to the Future car, where you can have it for each of the 3 movies. I know Wembley was completely rebuilt, so it was a bit harder to do, but it would be quite nice to be able to have both options in the box and you choose the one you want. But if I had to choose, new one.
Why new?
Because I've been there more times than old, I think. Actually, I might have been to both of them twice to see Posh.
I don't think I've ever been in a Wembley. I've been outside, but
I've been to the new. I've been to the new one 3 times, and I'll be going again. So it'll be 4 times within a couple of weeks. I only went to the old Wembley to see Posh twice.
Where did you go for that tour?
Wembley. That was Wembley as well. Oh, I've been to Wembley for wrestling and stuff as well. I've been to Wembley lots of times, but to see Posh, I've
never been
5 times so far, and it will soon to be my 6th in a couple of weeks.
Why are people talking about you having the sniff? We don't want kids. Got enough of them.
Yeah. Chop my willy off.
No, not that. Don't chop it off.
I mean, if that's what had to be done to guarantee no kids, I'd volunteer. Lock it off. I create a 3-in-1 Wembley. Exactly. The third option could be Wembley Arena.
Are they 2 different places?
Yeah, Wembley Arena is just outside. It's an indoor thing. I hate putting stickers on curved pieces.
You like my big sticker? Well, not big sticker, big printed bit on that one, don't you?
I do. There we go. BWT again.
Is that snoring now?
Yeah, Dave is fast asleep, which is annoying because I want a drink. But
Don't say
he's
his
asleep
name.
on my foot, so I can't move and go and get it.
Like, be quiet. Shh. Look at the thing.
Yeah, the microphone is picking up the snoring. What I'd also like, and this is probably unlikely because of licensing, I'd love like an officially licensed Transport for London tube station with all the correct branding and logos and stuff. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah, if you got that, I'd have to bring Roo. I would have to. He would have to put. We would just get him a chair, sit him down, because you know he doesn't touch it when we go to Legoland. I'd be like, go on, sit there, watch it go around for 10 minutes.
Well, I am building an underground station in the city.
Well, he's gonna have to come and have a look.
Might just show him a video of it. He doesn't need to know, because if he knows it's a place that exists, he'll want to go to it regularly, and that is not something I want to happen.
I hate sharing.
I hate having my stuff wrecked.
He's not going to Brecky's going to sit there.
He'll finger everything.
Does he finger it when we go to Legoland?
He tries to, and
No,
I have to
he
tell him not to.
doesn't.
You wouldn't know. You sit down and leave us to it. Right, I'm going to have to move my foot and get a beverage. Sorry, Cuthbert. Oh, his face is on my foot.
No, you can't move. Oh dear.
I got 7 crates of pop delivered today, boys and girls.
And I had to bring them in.
£7 each. What a bargain.
That broke me. The man did help me though, and then he did come in because he didn't know what he was doing. I don't know. He said he'd done something and hadn't done something.
The best tango, apple tango. I got 3 crates of Dr Pepper Zero, 2 of Diet Coke, and 2 of apple tango. We've gone diagonal again. Can we undiagonal? Thank you very much. I mean, if you don't like having to have it moved back, just don't move it in the first place.
Kevin, my knees hurt. Leave me alone. Was that from Iceland?
No, Amazon. It was in the Amazon Prime Day deals, or whatever it's called, spring deals. They had really discounted cans of drink, because we normally get them from Costco. We did our Costco run yesterday. And I normally have to have 7-Up because I'm tight and just get the cheapest drinks they have. And the cheapest cans are usually 7-Up.
My cherry are already at £6.
Well, even if they weren't, we'd get you whatever you wanted, but I'd choose for me the cheapest ones because that's how I work. But at the moment, they're cheaper on Amazon than they are even in Costco. So I got all my favourite flavours and got loads of them.
So wasn't here to bring them in?
No, I forgot they were coming today, actually. I wouldn't have gone. I spent the afternoon in the city having a lovely old time. The best drink is Pepsi Cherry. I mean, that's the words of a madman.
You're correct.
I don't really like cherry.
You drink mine all the time.
Only when I've run out of stuff for me.
He runs out of his own and then has mine.
A backup beverage.
It's not backup beverage.
I deliver for Iceland and everyone has been ordering loads of cans from us. They must be cheap there as well then, I guess. Cans of drink are cheap at the moment, apparently.
Because they're so expensive recently.
I bought the 3-in-1 Panda from Amazon with your affiliate link. Thank you very much.
Very
much appreciated. We are currently bounty hunting on Amazon. If we sell, I think we have to sell 2.5 grand worth of product on Amazon this week, and we get a £90 voucher to spend at Amazon.
Oh, can we half that? And both get a 3-in-1.
It will officially be owned by the business, and we'll use it to buy some Lego, I imagine. Or it could go towards the new microphone. In fact, that's exactly what it would do. It would go towards the new microphone.
If it's just for, like, oh, it's not.
No,
for
it's an
just
Amazon
like, oh, I
voucher.
See.
So the logical thing would be to put it towards
Lego.
The second £250 microphone we need to buy. We do 3 24 packs for £26, I think it is. So that's a little bit more than Amazon currently. Just a smidgen. What am I selling on eBay? A little bit of everything. There's some Lego on there. There's some old cameras on there. There's going to be some football shirts on there in the near future. Just basically loads of stuff that we don't use anymore or don't need anymore. I'll be getting rid of all my wrestling figures. Not all of them. A lot of my wrestling figures and a lot of my Funko Pops. I want to clear out the other storage unit. It seems silly having 2. So I'd like to get to the point where we don't have 2. We can keep the Christmas decorations under the Lego City or in the attic. And
But where were you going to put like the cold things in the winter?
What does that mean?
The air conditioners in the winter.
Well, they could just stay in the room they're in. They don't need to be moved. We only put them in there because we've got it. If we didn't have it, we wouldn't use it.
It's just where the tree goes.
Yeah, well, that could go in the attic or under the Lego City.
Do we have an attic here?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Well, I don't know how to answer that without sounding like I'm being snarky.
No, I don't know where it is.
It's in the roof.
I know it's in the roof, but where?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Where's the hatch?
On the landing.
Oh. Hate sometimes.
I didn't know how to answer that and not sound like I was being a monster.
What is people's favourite beanie coffee? I don't know what it means. Beanie coffee?
Maybe they just mean coffee because it's made of beans.
Kevin likes mule.
I'm into Grumpy Mule at the
That's
moment.
a grumpy mule.
Grumpy Mule, you get a massive bag of Grumpy Mule, which I think is made in Yorkshire, and they sell it in Costco, and it's like a kilo bag for £9, I think it is. It's really good value.
Then you bought that other stuff as well, didn't you?
What other stuff?
That football one.
Oh, I've got some Milo to try, yeah, because they don't ever have my Horlicks or my Ovaltine that I like before bed, so I'm trying Milo because they had that at Costco. It's only rumoured at the moment, but we might get an Into the Spider-Verse CMF series. Oh, that's definitely happening.
What's a CMF mean?
Collectible minifigure.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I like Spider-Man.
To the point where if you've
Spider-Verse.
seen the TikTok that I made about my Spider-Verse building, there'll be a YouTube video coming out on Sunday. Patreons would have already seen it. I've done a Spider-Verse building.
Can we bring this back because he has moved?
That currently has an apartment for Peter Parker and Miles Morales each. But I think a lot of the stuff that's in that CMF series, they'll be getting their own apartments in there as well. And we're going to do a little tower and basically have an apartment for each one of the CMFs. I'm very excited. It's going to be very cool. The brand Beanie Coffee, which is flavoured coffee. I've never heard of it.
You've had some of that. You have. Years and years and years and years ago. I bought you some. You weren't a fan.
It's instant, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't like instant coffee. I'm quite a coffee snob. We spend a lot of money
Dave,
on coffee.
But can you just kick that back? I can't have him. No, it's not the right way. I'm sorry, baby dog.
Oh. Finished the Kingfisher yesterday.
Help me,
and loved
please.
it. What do you want me to
I
do?
need it over here.
There's a woman under here.
Right, Dave, come on. Come back on now. You just can't move it out of the way. Right, lay down now. Good boy.
Who, me?
No, the dog. But he'd moved it so I couldn't put my leg. Lay down.
Oh, pardon me. You're getting the Galaxy on Sunday. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Galaxy is good. Right on.
What's my favourite coffee? Well, at the moment, I'm enjoying Grumpy Mule. Probably more because of the name than anything. I just like
it is the name more than anything.
I just like a good, well-made espresso. So, yeah. I'm not that fussy about the beans. I'm more fussy about the process and the machine. So we've got like the Ninja machine, which I got at Christmas. I previously had a fancy Nespresso machine. I've been for a couple of them over the years, but I graduated to actual grinding my own beans.
Makes a whole mess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a kerfuffle, but it's much nicer.
You know where you put your cup, it's full of powder. On your machine. Wherever, I don't know what it is, but wherever you put your cup, it's underneath, it's full of powder. You need to clean that out.
Okay, you'll have to show me what you mean. I'm not sure what you mean.
Where your cup goes.
Yeah, I don't really know what you mean. Just show me later. You don't need to. There's no point just saying that again because it still won't make any sense.
Go.
Yeah, so just show me it because if you just say the same thing again, I'm still not going to know what you mean.
But there's only one place for your cup.
Yeah, so
there?
just show me when we're in there, and then I'll understand. Does Anna like her Lego house sets? The only one Anna got was the Jeff. She didn't want any of the exclusives.
Oh, no.
I did ask her like 5 times over the course of the week leading up to it, which exclusives do you want?
She wasn't bothered.
Yeah, she wasn't bothered. So just as well, because if she'd have said I want these 3, goodness knows how I'd have got them all home because I struggled with what I had. And I'd have still had to have bought Jeff. I think I'd have just had to have bought a suitcase and checked some luggage if she'd have said she wanted a load of the exclusives. But we will be going back. I wish we had any way to get over there to go to Legoland is it next week? They're opening the biggest Lego store in the world at Legoland Billund. And the first 10 people in the queue get a free Titanic.
People will already be there.
Oh yeah, but I just want to go to the biggest Lego store in the world. But can't really get back over to Billund again.
Well, you could. Get a day
Well,
trip.
I can't. The day trips are done. Day trips finish at the end of March. And they open on like the 4th of April. So we'd have to stay overnight.
Over your left shoulder, which is
That's
left.
the Christmas wreath, which
yeah.
we stuck to the wall with command strips.
Oh, yeah, it's not coming down.
And realised it leaves a command strippy mark on the wall. So we don't really have anything to replace it with. So we just figured leave it up. It's fine. It's not overtly Christmassy. It's just Lego art. It's fine. Looks better than Command Strip Mess would look. Did Anna like the licorice?
Oh, the stick I did, but then
She wasn't into the spunk.
But horrible.
But she liked the panda licorice.
Like that in a day.
Yes, you did.
I am a other left. Do I have two lefts?
What? What are you saying to me?
They're saying other left. I only have one. This side.
As in your left.
Oh, it's
not my left.
What's it called?
The mandrake. Yeah, someone
Mandrake.
else has said it in the chat.
There we go.
Yeah, that was me assuming you meant my left, not Anna's left. What? What's new, pussycat?
I need a new knee.
A new knee hole.
It's really painful.
No, I believe
it's
you.
It's not even.
As someone who has suffered knee pain over the years, I can actually relate to this one. The back pain, my back pain lasts for a little while and then goes, and I can get up and walk around and it goes, so I can't really relate to the back pain, but the knee pain, you know how bad my knee's been at times. There was a point where I couldn't drive for more than 45 minutes in one go. There was that time in that restaurant in Birmingham where we had to make the whole table stand up because my knee was throbbing. I know what knee pain can be like. Having torn my ankle.
Are you a Top Gear fan, Kevin?
No. No. I mean, I
Everyone watched it.
Yeah, when it showed up on Dave or something, I'd not turn it off. But we don't really watch telly anymore, so
No,
it's not something I'd ever go out of my way to watch.
We've finished with the pottery. We're now just finishing The Apprentice. Well, we have started Fallout again.
Yeah.
Because that, and then in April there's You comes out, the new Black Mirrors comes out, The Last of Us comes out. So we'll have a lot to.
But the only TV we watch now is stuff that you make a deliberate effort to watch and then turn the telly off afterwards. And I think Top Gear is something that it was fine in the days when you'd put the telly on to see what was on and you'd settle on Top Gear and be like, yeah, we'll leave that on. It goes in the same category as something like The Simpsons, which I've also not watched for about 15 years. Back when you'd just turn the telly on, that might be where you left the channel. But now the telly only goes on if we're specifically watching something and it goes off
yesterday
again
you
afterwards.
when did you actually, because I was telling him about, I took out the HDMI just to use, and he's like, when did you actually watch telly last? And I was like, maybe December. Anyone know when Fallout Season 2 is out? We don't know yet. I think they've started filming that because of the fires. I think it was halted. So I think there'll be a bit of delay on that, but it's definitely coming.
Wheels, lovely wheels. Tomorrow at 11, either in the morning or evening, we might see a solar eclipse. Heard it on the weather forecast.
Oh, that
What is it, the morning
11
or the
morning
evening?
or evening. That would be fun. Let us know if you can find out.
This car has pink trim on the tyres at the back and blue at the front. How delicious.
Are you getting a Switch 2 when it comes out?
Yes.
Andy's asking for a
The
Switch.
Switch is
a
my
proper
favourite
one.
console ever, so definitely we'll get the Switch 2. I love handheld gaming. Handheld gaming is how I do 95% of my gaming now. The only thing I play sat in a chair is Football Manager, and that doesn't even count as gaming because that's work.
How did you play Dragon Age?
On my Steam Deck.
Oh, okay.
There we go, that's this one done. That was, I will give it to them, a very unique build experience compared to the other F1 cars I've done so far. So some of them have been pretty samey. That one was very different and feels a lot sturdier as a
way?
result. It
How
was
is it
just
different?
completely different. This whole little area down here was different. This bit here is different. These bits are different. Yeah, it was just a different build.
Just different.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It used different pieces in a different way. But yeah, 'twas good. Enjoyed that one.
Okay.
So that was the Alpine. The peen is for penis.
I would say Alpine. But
Well, that's what
just
I said,
me.
and I was corrected.
Ah.
So the next one I'm doing is the Visa Right Back Cash App.
I watch TV while building Lego. I can't just build Lego with nothing on. That bores me to death.
I like audiobooks when I'm building Lego. I'll watch TV sometimes.
Because you'll have Reach on, won't
Yeah.
you? When that's
There's
on
not
and
many
stuff.
programs I watch without Anna. So I'll watch that week's episode of Reacher and then stick an audiobook on.
Apparently they're all out now.
Are they? Okay. The F1 Speed Champs have changed my stance about Speed Champs. Yet another rabbit hole to go through. Yeah, I love the Speed Champions. They're really cool. When we move the Lego room upstairs, you'll be able to see the Speed Champions wall in there. And it's awesome. I love the Speed Champions. And I'm not a car guy at all. But I really enjoy making the Speed Champions. They're a lot of fun. Sticker sheet.
My brother did when we got them for Christmas, didn't he?
You did.
He's like, what have you got me into? Has Andy still got his first... He's got all his Nintendos in some shape or form. He's currently playing... What is he currently playing? Oh, he's on the PS3 playing Pain. That's his new thing. Because he loves that game. He thinks it's hilarious. Oh my God, you know what he did, right? I bought him...
9 times 8.
81.
Everyone does that the same way.
So I bought... Well, he bought Pain. Like
It's
I found
not 81. We both put the wrong finger down. It's 72. But now it's
What
7
did you
divided
say?
by 7. 9 times 8. We both put the
9?
9th finger down. We had to put the 8th finger down.
Oh. Yeah, so I got Pain. I found a Pain for him, £40. Bought it. It came the other day. And then I was in his room getting his bath ready, and there was another one there, and I was like, where was that? And he went, he pointed to his drawers, and he already had one. I could have killed the kid.
Yes, it is a lot of stickers. Speed Champions always are. But as far as I'm concerned, you're earning, you're
that's
paying for,
horrible.
you either pay with money or with stickers. And it's harder to say this now they're up to £23 each because of Formula 1 tax, and the new Fast and Furious one's going to be 23 as well apparently. So I guess the new price for Speed Champions is 23, which is quite the increase on a set that was £20 last year. But they'll still be like 15 in B&M. Like you can get the F1 ones in Costco for 17 quid at the moment.
Oh, you can show it. It's in my bag over there if you want to go and get it.
Show what?
The Technic one I got yesterday.
But yeah, I don't mind because they're so cheap. I don't mind there being a lot of stickers. There you go. Anna got this one in Costco yesterday.
Yeah, it was like 51 in Smith's, and I think I got it for like 39.
It came out on the 1st of March and it's 55 in the Lego store. So within a month of it coming out, close to half price in Costco. And they had loads of them.
Yes, loads of them. They had loads of Trevi Fountain. What else did
They
they
did. The
have?
Trevi Fountain's 111 in lots of places now, which is annoying because we paid full price for
I
it.
forgot to woo.
Woohoo! Stop farting!
You gave me fish and chips.
This is another female driver. They're all female ladies.
Is that a problem?
It's not a problem, but it's not representative of how Formula 1 works, is it? Are there any female drivers in Formula 1?
I don't know.
Because most of them in these Speed Champions are female. There you go. Oh, you are so smelly. You're a dirt urchin. Is the storage unit only going to be for the city? Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, we have 2 storage units. One is just storage.
Kind of want to get the Supra. Just be prepared when LEGO releases Brian's Skyline. I don't know what that means. Who's Brian and what does his skyline look like? Is that a car?
I don't know why you're asking me. I have no idea.
I don't know who Brian is. Bear in mind, I've never seen a Fast and Furious film.
Did you know they're rebooting Malcolm in the Middle with
did
most of the old cast?
That's not a reboot then, is it? It's a
The only
continuation.
person that's not going to be in it is Dewey. It's going to be played by
Well, then
another
it's
person.
not a reboot. A reboot would be
Okay.
completely
I don't
new
know what it's
cast.
called.
A continuation.
Yeah. So Brian, what's his face?
I know who was in it.
Yeah, that way. But yeah, except for Dewey.
So there are no female drivers. Well, there are in Lego. It's down to the G-forces the current F1 cars produce. Women racers really struggle with it, according to the Academy champion.
Oi! Did you see him?
Yeah.
He took that out of the box.
Yeah.
That wasn't a used one.
Yeah, take it because he's going to eat this thing.
You absolute...
He just took a tissue out of the box off of the table and walked off with it as if we weren't going to notice. And dragged something off the table with it.
He's soft.
Can't believe you won't let me have a tissue. I just want to blow my nose.
No, he doesn't. I know exactly what he wants to do.
Anna, are you going to watch the live action Stitch remake?
No,
I'm going to watch the live action Stitch remake. I love Stitch.
Dave?
Admittedly, I've never seen a film with him in, but I like the cut of his jib.
Come on.
You just smashed that into your Disney castle.
Oh, give me that. Stop being disgusting.
Sorry.
Well, I've asked you to get it off him multiple times this evening.
Get what off him?
What he was, I've just put in the bin.
Well, what was it?
I don't know. Piece of... Oh, can you help?
Help
What
what?
have you done down
What do you want?
You've put a light on the floor.
She's not giving me any information about what she actually wants. She's just moaning. Tell me what you want and I'll come and do it.
One day, you need to buy a house and have no furniture. No, I like furniture.
Well, we wouldn't live in it. It would be for the Lego. It won't be a house when we do that. It will be a commercial property of some kind. A warehouse. It's definitely part of the long-term plan. We're not going to be operating out of a storage unit forever. It's just the cheapest way to do it at the moment. And the one that's easiest to get out of if everything goes wrong, because obviously I do have that fear of everybody stopping. We funded the storage unit with Patreon and everyone's like, oh, job done now, I'll cancel my Patreon, and then 3 months in we can't afford the storage unit anymore. So the idea of the storage unit is we can just cancel it and leave if that happens, whereas any kind of commercial property you have to sign a longer term lease that would at least have a year for the break clause. So it was just the lowest risk way to get a Lego City studio now. Thankfully, it doesn't look like that's happening, but it was a fear at the time that could happen. You could build the furniture out of Lego. Exactly. Seeing the guy who has the warehouse and building the F1 track out of Lego. What did you just take from me? Oh, wank over. Yeah, that's Ben's Bricks, isn't it? He's the guy who owns Brickify, makes the wall mount things for Speed Champions and others.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were just throwing that off the table.
No. Right, so
we just put this back where
hold
it's supposed
on.
to be?
I've just done them.
There we go. What?
You just annoy me with this constant going. I'm going to be in the wall in a minute.
Well, I've just put it back. I mean, it's still not back straight.
Why is all the things? Why are they? They're not.
Just stop shaking it. If you just leave it where it is, it's not a problem.
I like to lean. I can't sit up because I can't sit on my leg.
That's fine. And every now and again, I'll just pull it back, because if I didn't, you'd end up off camera.
Good.
It's not good.
Can
You'd end up knocking the camera over with the table.
Grimace then over there.
You can grimace wherever you want. You're farting, you may as well grimace.
Don't give me stupid batter then.
Well, don't pretend you can't grimace on camera.
Yeah, people think I'm just moaning for moaning's sake, and I'm not.
Who cares what people think?
There
There you go, see? Lovely grimace.
Look, I don't have a long one now.
I think I'm about to get some more bulk, and it has the monorail in it with instructions. Wowzers.
You've not took anything, have you?
Why would I take something? Topher's leading a boring conversation about Formula One in the chat. Do I time him out?
Ooh.
For monopolising the chat so there's nothing in there we can respond to. Goodness me. If you want to talk about Formula One, everyone go to Discord and talk about it there. Because at the moment, all we can see is your conversation about Formula One, and we have nothing to add to that. This is not the place, Topher.
Stop shouting.
I'm disciplining him.
Piece, that's annoying.
You'll find it. It's not my fault
Can
people
you
are
see
asking
it?
questions. Well, as a professional moderator, your response would be, I tell you what, shall we take this conversation off platform?
Don't even know why I've picked them up. Pick that up yet. And now I need it. Of course I do.
Is it not still in the bag? Because it's quite a
No,
big piece to be
it
missing.
is.
It wouldn't be. It would be unlikely for a piece like that to be missing. It's not slipped out into the box or anything. It's not like Lego at all. It's the kind of piece that we probably have in the collection, but that's all at the studio now. Curious how your Lego passport looks now. Then you should watch the video that came out yesterday, because I showed it. It looks cool. I have 2. Well, actually I have about 4, because every now and again I forget to take it places. But the 2 main ones, one of them's got Disney and Rome in. The other one's got Amsterdam and Billund in, I think. And then we've got loads of the UK ones as well. Us chronic pain sufferers are experts in faking being well, but we all understand your pain, sending gentle hugs. There you go, you got some gentle hugs. I did ask about women in F1. I did. And the answer was, no, there aren't any. And then we move on. I don't think that's what you lot are discussing.
No, that's wrong.
I asked if there were. I didn't ask why. This car, again, different build. We've got this bit here is a different build experience. They've done very well, considering they are basically all the same car. They've done a good job of making all the builds a little bit different. Knowing nerds were going to buy all of them, even though there theoretically would be no reason to. But nerds gonna nerd. When will there be more city videos? There's 2 out over the weekend. Patrons have already seen them. But yeah, there's 1 tomorrow, 1 Sunday, and then probably 1 on Tuesday as well. Because I filmed another one today, which I haven't
I'm
yet
so
edited.
stupid.
Which patrons will probably see on Saturday or Sunday. What have you done?
I'm so
Stop it with the negative
I need to
self-talk.
move this.
We'll lecture you on self-talk again if you say stuff like that. You're not stupid. You may have made a mistake that you're now rectifying. It doesn't mean you're stupid. Tell her. Everybody tell her. What's happened?
I found the missing piece.
You found the missing piece. It was already on the set, was it? Yeah. Right, hold on. Before you shuffle back in, you move. You know you pushed the table a lot.
Please put some things on then.
What does that mean?
The brakes on. Why are the
They
brakes
are on.
not
They
on?
are on. The only one that's not on is that corner. I can put that one on. But you deliberately pushed it there.
Because I needed to move out with
Yeah, that's
You
fine, but
took
that's nothing to do with the brakes being on. There you go. There you go. Read the chat.
I know, but I'm hurting.
Well,
My
stop.
painkillers
Go
aren't
to bed.
The
I can
stupid-
do the stream.
The stupid patch is not helping.
Go to bed then.
I don't need. Bed's not going to help.
Or go and sit somewhere else. Go and lie somewhere. You don't have to be on the stream if you're struggling.
Right, where does this go?
Just know that I'll be in here till the end of the stream, so you won't be able to sit in here blasting games out or something.
shoot.
Or TikToks. But if you need to stop, stop.
I just need my leg to stop. And
Yeah, well, your leg's attached to you, so
but I
that might
need-
mean all of you has to
I
stop.
need him to stop getting in the massive line that he does and pushing my pillow out of the way.
Well, that'll be another advantage of when we're upstairs, because he won't be in there.
Dave gets under and then stretches completely out, moving my my pillow in the process because he's long.
Annie, you need to get a sling thing.
Yes, put my leg in the sling. I know. I said that
Well,
earlier.
if they exist, why don't you have one?
Because I never needed it until I say it's because it's now worn off. Right, that was bag 9. It was these 2 bits with the windows.
I think you forgot the extra passport stamps in the Billand hotels. I didn't forget them. I didn't go to the Billand hotels.
Were they not open?
I mean, the hotels might have been open, but I wasn't going to go all the way down there.
Oh, I see.
The bus wasn't stopping at Legoland. I wasn't going to walk all the way to Legoland just to get hotel stamps when I know we're going back in the summer. So it wasn't a case of forgetting. It was not going to get them. It wasn't the only time I'm ever going to go to Billand. It's not even the only time I'll go to Billand this year. So there'll be plenty of opportunity to get the hotel stamps.
I don't move I have moved him now. He's more in a straight line next to Kevin, but he likes to be on both our feet because he's a dog.
He's a jerk.
But ever since, it's just starting to hurt a little bit too much now.
Well, then stop.
No, as in like the medication of what was in it is now worn off, so it's starting to hurt a lot more. The other day I was walking down the stairs and just went, and I was like, yeah, that's a fun noise. But then trying to get in touch with the doctor is like gold dust. But I've got hopefully the knee one on the 7th of April, and then on the 11th I've got to go somewhere and get my back ones done.
And then a few days after that, we're off to Disneyland.
So yeah, maybe after a couple of days after that, I'll be able to
go to
be
Disneyland.
normal.
And get the passport stamps from there.
Where did I just put what I was building?
At the new store. Yeah. New store for Kevin. Da, 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 da.
Oh, I've got a footstool over there. It's just that one's too high for being on these chairs. But I got that, and then Dave sat on it, like perched on it, like a cat. I was like, "What are you doing? You silly
What are the
dog."
latest plans for the city medieval area? It's not going to be a full-on medieval area, I don't think. My current plan is I'm going to put the Lion Knight's Castle at the top, on top of a hill, and integrate it more into the city, and use the medieval town square and a few of the other medieval sets with it, and still do like it'll be a medieval area, but it's a medieval area in modern times, so it's not a weird disconnect into a completely different world. It's more, we've got a castle in our city, like you get in places like Nottingham. There's a castle in the middle of the city
Leicester.
there. Where's the castle in Leicester?
Prison.
Oh, of course it is, yeah. And there'll be like people cosplaying as medieval folk around there for like the
LARPing.
medieval, LARPing. Because I've got to get the story right. So it's not. I'm not going to give that whole table to medieval anymore, because there was just too much. And like the pirates and the Vikings are still going to be in. They again just not going to get their own area, but they are going to be. There's going to be 2 sea areas. There's going to be the seaside town on one side, and then like an industrial dock area on the other side. And both of them are going to have quite a lot of sea, and the sea will have pirates in on both sides. So there'll be pirates, there'll be Vikings,
That's right,
there'll be
isn't it?
medieval folk. Yeah. I'm just not going to have a whole table that's just covered in castles and stuff, because it just seems like it takes up too much of the city. Are you hitting any US brick conventions this year? I personally go to BrickHeadz Chicago every year. I mean, we've never left Europe.
We would love to.
So, yeah. I don't know if this year is the year for us to be going to America.
I need a new knee.
Well, plus, it's currently being ruled by a maniac. But at some point, maybe. just not this year. There's a lot of stuff we want to do in the US at some point, but we're not in a huge rush. I reckon we'll give it maybe 4 years, and then we'll head over to America and do all the American stuff we want to do. There's no rush in the meantime, but yeah, it's certainly part of the long-term plan, but no plans to go at the moment. And just a reminder, you're not allowed to discuss politics in the chat. I said nothing. I just said we'll perhaps leave it just under 4 years before we go to America. If they interpret that incorrectly, that's on them. And if anyone's super offended by that, this isn't the stream for them anyway, because we have a no maniacs policy here. Do you have any Pirates of the Caribbean sets? No, although I would like to get the one that's coming out this year. I don't need to pay mega over the odds to get the old ones, but the new one would be quite cool. Just saw you got Fabulan stamps. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
You did, yeah.
You can get a Lego Salt and Pepper pot. We have a Lego Salt and Pepper pot.
They're over there.
I think you should get a King Power Stadium in the Lego City. I mean, if we were going to put a football stadium in, it's where Leicester play. If we were going to get a football stadium, it would be Wembley, the Emirates, or London Road. It certainly wouldn't be Leicester. Oh, printed pieces. That say Hugo on them.
Oh.
Wonder why they printed them. That's so weird. Because it's not like they would have been from another set. They've got a sponsor on. That's such a weird thing to print.
I guess that's what the company wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they're like.
How
You
odd.
can have us what we'd like, our printed piece, please.
Fair enough. Right. We don't need to get into a big discussion about America.
No, let's...
I just answered a question. I told you not to start, so don't start.
Them.
I'm not baiting them. I was just answering the question. But I'm happy in my echo chamber, and that's how it will remain. Thanks. I don't need anyone to tell me their views on either side of that. It's fine. Everyone has opinions. This isn't the place to share them. Have you got the Lego cup that you can build on? Oh, what, like a mug? No. I didn't know it was a thing. Random question, but do you still use your sleep apnea machine? Yes. I've recently had one as well because of sleeping on the back. Yeah, it's probably the best thing I've ever got, that sleep apnea machine. It's changed my life. I have so much more energy. My brain works better. Everything is easier. It's
but he
brilliant.
still falls asleep within 2 minutes, so you're losing some sleep somewhere.
I don't fall asleep within 2 minutes.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't. You think I'm... It's just a couple thing, isn't it? Are you in a relationship if you don't have one accusing the other one of being asleep when they're still awake?
You are.
Yeah, but,
oh my god, the amount of times
but
like,
it
you're
goes
already
both
asleep
ways.
and you're like,
it goes both ways. The amount of times I tell you you're literally snoring, you're like, well, I'm not asleep. Yes, but you are literally snoring. But I'm not, it's just how it is. I know, because I listen to books and podcasts and things when I go to sleep. Sometimes I'm still awake when they stop after the half an hour timer. So I'm definitely not falling asleep within 2 minutes every night. I have a CPAP machine. Do you collect any of the Lego minifig clocks or stuffed minifigs? No.
I've got one stuffed one there.
Yeah, that doesn't count as collecting. Have you kept your bricks the way you ordered your food from the Lego house? Yes. They're on the shelf with my unique 6-brick combination as well. My husband says he's awake. He snores while he's awake. Yeah, I think everyone does it. I think it's just part of relaxing and getting ready to go to sleep. You just don't hear yourself snore, do you? Your brain, it's the way the brain works.
I've woke myself up before.
But in general, you don't hear it.
Where are you fitting?
Which is why couples always arguing, like, you were snoring. I wasn't snoring. I'm literally awake. Well, I can hear you snoring, but I'm awake and I know I wasn't. Well,
what the heck is
it's because you can't hear it. Huh?
What is this?
Dunno.
It's so strange looking.
I need one of those machines now. Then it takes me forever to fall asleep. Feels like me and my wife are the opposite to you guys. I'm more like Anna. I snore and fart proudly. Oh, I mean, we both snore and fart a lot. I just don't do it on camera.
I can't help it. It would give me tummy ache if I kept it in.
I take the tummy ache. My 4-year-old snores before he sleeps. There you go.
You got a thing on me.
Thank you for the Lego flowers in the Pokemon Centre. All arrived today. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I thought that was you when I saw the name on there, and I was like, that name looks familiar.
What did you get?
My Pokemon Centre and botanical set. I have sleep apnea, and you're right, the machine is the best thing that ever happened to me. It is incredible. An incredible difference. The only downside to it, because I like the fact that I can pull the duvet all the way over my head in winter and breathe under there. It's like a breathe under the covers machine. It's brilliant. The one downside to it is travelling. It is a pain in the butt to get on a plane and always have to carry that as well. I would love to be able to do like one bag travel, but I always have to have a second bag with my CPAP machine because it's massive. It's just inconvenient. But that is a small price to pay for a life-changing device. What do you type in eBay for your Lego? What, as in, what is my eBay username? Lalujomon. It's a hangover from when I was selling Pokemon cards on there. There's not a huge amount on there right now. I'm probably do list some more stuff over the weekend. And a lot of it won't be Lego. But yeah, there'll be just stuff regularly going up for sale over the next few months. We've got, from when we moved house, we've got 4 big boxes in the cupboard under the stairs just labelled eBay. I don't know what's in them. There's 4 boxes full of things labelled eBay that presumably are for us to sell on eBay at some point.
But then we had to move.
Well, they were things I found when we were getting ready to move, and I was like, well, I don't want it, but it's got value, so it needs to be sold rather than thrown away. But also,
And we did have to move at the time.
Yeah, but that's why those boxes exist.
Yeah.
They would just be things scattered over my office if we hadn't have moved. But there's also stuff from the Lego room upstairs. Sets, a lot of gifts of purchase will probably go on there. Things that we just will never build or that we got multiple copies of. Things that I maybe had a plan for at the time and have decided I don't have a plan for anymore. There'll just be the odd set here and there. Will you be getting the upcoming Krusty Burger set for the city? I actually made a TikTok on that today, but can't upload it until it's officially announced because it's annoying.
You'll get a strike.
I won't get a strike. I'm just trying to stay on the nice side of Lego at the moment. I haven't used any pictures, so I wouldn't get a strike, but I'm staying to the letter of their rules at the moment while we're being assessed for the ambassador programme. And probably not is basically the general gist. Certainly not at launch, because of all the sets they could have made, it's like, I don't even know what a Krusty Burger looks like. I don't really care. I get they weren't just going to re-release the Simpsons house straight away, but I would buy that if they did. I get they can't do the Quickie Mart anymore. They can't really do Moe's Tavern because it's not even in the show anymore. Apu's not in the Simpsons anymore. He's not been in it for years. No, because it was really racist. So they stopped doing it.
Yeah, but like, I'm so... Oh.
It was a white man doing an Asian voice. A very stereotypical one. So that's been out of the show for years. But they're also not going to do other iconic stuff like Moe's Tavern or the nuclear power station because of potential controversy.
What's happening?
So I get they didn't have many options, but I think this one's a bit of a rubbish option. As someone who's not really watched the show, yeah, and I think they probably will at some point. And when they do, I'll buy it. But I'm not going to buy a Krusty Burger because, like I say, I don't really know what one is and what it looks like. Don't really care about it.
But then you've got a burger joint.
I'd rather have a McDonald's. For me, the Quickie Mart is the best out of the lineup, and wow, I didn't know that about it. Yeah. I mean, I haven't watched The Simpsons for years, so I only know based on having seen it mentioned online. But yeah, there's... why is that not fitting in right?
You having an issue?
No, more... what's gone wrong here? Situation. Oh, I haven't put a piece in. Is what's going on here. I've put that on the wrong end. Yeah, I've put that on the wrong end. That's what's going on. All right. Yeah, let's do this on the right end, shall we? Kevin Chapman. They should have done Springfield Elementary. I said that in the video that you haven't seen, so you wouldn't know. But yeah, Springfield Elementary would be a good one. I would recognise that.
Oh!
And it would also be really cool to have a school for the city. But it would have to be much bigger, I guess. What is going on?
I don't know. Everything just busted on me for some reason. What in the world's going on? Where is all the bits? Don't cry.
Don't cry, that would be silly.
Right.
I'm very underwhelmed by Bag End. Yeah. The YouTube video, the problem with Apu is where the controversy started. Well, there you go. I mean, it's completely fair comment. It was a massive stereotype. And you wouldn't get away with adding that as a new character now. So, yeah, I think it's completely fair that it shouldn't be in there. I think they probably had a choice between casting an actual Asian man to play the role or removing him completely, and I guess they decided to go down that route.
Missing a piece now.
Can you develop arthritis at any age? Yes, you can. Arthritis is basically just a breakdown of the cartilage, isn't it? Is that right? Because that's what's in your knee, isn't it? Arthritis.
What, my meniscuses have...
Yeah, which is arthritis.
Oh no, it's there.
Which is why the only solution is a knee replacement, but they won't give you a knee replacement because they only last 10 years and you can only have 2. So if they gave you a knee replacement now, by the time you were 60, they wouldn't be able to do you another one and you'd be stuck then.
Yeah, they might be, like the technology might move on a bit quicker.
Yeah, but they still just want to delay it as long as possible. Which
Yeah, but it
is fair.
hurts.
Probably not as much as it will hurt when you're 60 and you can't have one and you've potentially got to live another 30 years without being able to have anything done about it.
Right, so that's that, yep. And then we connect it.
Speaking of Springfield Elementary, do you ever miss teaching? Not even for a fraction of a second, ever. No. Teaching for me was very much not a vocation. It was a convenient job at the time. I got divorced during my first year of uni. So I was at uni studying computer science with a plan to go into coding. Got divorced, got joint custody of my kids, and changed the career plan so that I could do a job that meant I could be at home in the school holidays when they were off school. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to have joint custody, because where would the kids go during the school holidays? So it was only ever going to be a job for as long as the kids were young enough to need me to be off when they were off. So I was probably only ever going to do it for 5 years, maybe a little bit longer. It turned out I did it for 4 years and quit to do content creation. But yeah, I wouldn't still be teaching now, even if I hadn't become a YouTuber. And yeah, definitely don't miss it. It was means to an end at the time.
Oh no, that's not.
But it's far too much work for far too little money.
All jobs in the public are like that. Same with the prison.
Yeah. But I just didn't want to do it.
No.
And certainly wouldn't be that interested in going back. That being said, I have talked a few times about when I actually stop content creation, if I stop, because I don't know, because I'm in one of the older age groups when it comes to content creators. I'm as old as that first wave of YouTubers who've all stopped now. But I started a little later and a little older. But there might come a time where I can't convince people to watch me anymore because I'm
Oh dear.
because I'm so old and wrinkly, or because I've said everything that needed to be said, or whatever reason. Who knows what the lifespan of a content creator is? I'm the Chris Jericho of content creation. I reinvent myself. I've done Football Manager YouTube for 10 years. Maybe this Football Manager cancellation and the start of this channel is me coming to the end of Lelujo and the start of Block Party for another 10, and then I'll have something else ready at the end of that. Who knows? Maybe I'll keep reinventing myself, but there might come a time when I can't pay the bills through content anymore, and I'd quite like at that point to go and lecture at a uni on social media or something like that. I think I'd be able to do that from quite the position of authority, having done it for so long. But yeah, can't even remember what the question was now. Do I miss teaching? No. No.
I finished the sunflower about a week ago now. About that, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Does your knee hurt if it stays in the same position for a while? She is diagnosed with arthritis. If you're trying to diagnose her with arthritis, she has arthritis.
Oh no, I know. I have.
Yeah.
But I have steroid injections, and now this one has worn off and is kicking my butt a little bit. Just certain, and I can't get an appointment until the 7th of April. So.
What age did I teach? The older ones, mainly 14 to 19-year-olds, because I was teaching coding.
I hate that.
I hated the younger ones. I made them cry.
No, I would like to do junior.
When I first started, it became clear fairly early on that I couldn't really teach year 7 because I made them cry too often.
Kevin, that's so mean.
It's not mean. It's just I wasn't going to stand for their nonsense. They're there to learn. If they're not going to learn, they're going to get disciplined.
I can build Jeff on live stream, yes.
You'll have to put him well down the queue. You've got the world map to finish after this little.
Yeah. Well, that's a third
bunch
done.
of
Half
stuff.
done, actually.
Yeah.
There was a new police station on eBay at 319.
American Free Ship. I don't remember. No, we've got the police station. That's one of the ones that we've got. Yeah, we've got 2 of them, in fact, because I gave one to Anna because we ended up with 2.
Oh, there was some major issues.
There was
going
a whole
on.
kerfuffle, but yeah, we ended up with 2 of them. So Anna's got one in here. How did Anna enjoy the Danish sweets you brought for her?
I like the licorice.
She liked the panda licorice. She wasn't a fan of spunk. She had to spit it out.
It's horrible. No.
She tried to swallow, but ended up having to spit, didn't you?
Shut up. So did you.
Yeah.
Not nice. And I like licorice, but that was horrible.
Do I like how the F1 builds are slightly different? I like the ones that are slightly different. Some of them are very, very samey, but this one feels quite different. The one I did before feels quite different. So I do like that the majority of them are different, but some of them are very samey. So they're not all different, I would say. What am I using for stickers? Wang Jangler.
Wang Jangle.
Yeah, Wang Jangler's the best thing for sticking stickers.
Well, the other day you were doing it fingerless.
Well, if they're bigger stickers, then I can do it with my fingers. But for little fiddly ones, I always Wang Jangle. Kids nowadays, man, nothing against them, but their attention span and the fact that some parents expect the teacher to do the parenting, it's a wild job. I mean, I never got into that kind of nonsense. Basically, because I was the head of faculty, I got to pick the classes that I taught, so I just basically did the exam groups. And by that point, the only kids still doing it are the ones that have chosen to do it. So
I
was there to teach kids to code who wanted to code, and had no qualms with threatening them with moving them to geography if they didn't behave and didn't try.
What's wrong with geography?
Who wants to do geography when you could be coding? So I very much got to cherry pick the smartest, nerdiest kids, which took away a lot of those problems. You wouldn't survive long in one of my exam groups because it's not a compulsory subject. So if I feel like you're not going to do well in the subject, I'll move you to colouring
Geography.
in, or art or geography or history or
Colouring
any of the boring
in.
ones. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd threaten them with cookery and colouring in and all sorts. You smell those delicious scones from down the hallway. You'll be making them if you don't start
Kevin.
trying.
You're like a bully. Oh my god.
I wasn't a bully. It was more I mean, and I got a lot of respect from the students for being the one who told it like it is. I didn't faff around with them. They were there because they wanted to be there, and if they didn't want to be there, they'd be somewhere else. It's the great thing about doing an elective subject. Maybe I need to teach in the UK. Over here, especially in the state I'm in, it's a no-go. We're losing 500-600 teachers in a semester. Oh, yeah, I mean, there are... I think it's less than half of newly qualified teachers make it to their 5th year in the job because it's really poorly paid and really long hours and not a lot of fun. And there's a lot of faffing around and you spend most of your time faffing rather than teaching. Not even politics, just faffy paperwork. Yeah. Oh, the worst thing is the ones who've never had a real job. The ones who went from being a student to a university student to a teacher and have only ever been in an education environment. I got because I had 10 years working in industry before I became a teacher. My first week as a teacher, I got called into the head of department's office because someone else had made a complaint about me about the tone I used in my emails. And do you know what the complaint was? I didn't ask them how they were at the start of an email. I just got straight to the point.
Wow. That's awful. That's so annoying. They
wanted me to start my emails with, "Hi, how are you?" No, I don't care how you are. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm a professional in the workplace. I'm going to get to the point, exchange the information that needs exchanging. I also got called in because I read the 4-hour work week by Tim Ferriss while I was teaching, and I set up his email autoresponder, and that didn't go down very well. Because that basically said, in an effort to... So if you sent me an email to my school email address, it would say, in an effort to improve efficiency, I now only check my emails once a day at 4 p.m. If you need me urgently, this is where I am. You can come and find me. Otherwise, I'll get back to you at the end of the day. And the other teachers hated that. So it's like, well, it saves me so much time. The external one told people to ring reception. They needed me. But yeah, I wasn't very good at dealing with giant children.
Giant children?
Yeah, as in teachers who've never had a real job. Giant children. And then they're all banging each other as well.
Yes, we will be getting the new Disney castle.
We're going to drive to France and buy the new Disneyland Paris store. That's going to be our mission.
Because we're weird.
The new store... No, because it's going to be cracking content. The new store at Disneyland Paris opens on the 19th of April. So we are going to be driving to France to buy the new Disney castle from the new LEGO store at Disneyland Paris. And it's going to be a great video. Same here, Kev. I come from working data centres, got into teaching, and I managed like a corporate job as well. Yeah, exactly. I mean, why wouldn't you? It's mad. They'd get so upset when I'd be out of there like half an hour after school closed every day. It's like, well...
I've got children at home.
Well, it's just, I don't need to be here. I used to... Again, when I became head of faculty, I was a monster. But the amount of times I'd walk into the staff room and there'd be teachers sat around in a group drinking tea, complaining about how much work they had to do. And it's just like, well, do your work then. What are you sitting around drinking tea for? If you just got on with your job, you maybe wouldn't have so much to do. I don't understand. Do you not have a house to go to?
No, they want to be social.
You're going to sit in there and chat for an hour after school and then stay until 6 o'clock complaining about how overworked you are. Just get your work done and go home at 4.
Kevin, you're not there anymore.
Oh, this is why.
Out.
Yeah, this
Calm
is why.
out. Calm down, I mean.
This is why. This is why I don't miss it, because it's...
You're not there.
A bunch of buffoons.
Breathe. It's been a few years. Oh, gosh. What's now missing?
Do you ever let your kids play with your Lego? They're not even allowed to see the Lego. We didn't start collecting Lego again until after the kids all moved out. Because we don't want them to touch it. Or even look at it for too long.
The kids have been in the Lego room.
Not the new one, they haven't.
Not the new one, but
No,
the
blooming won't be.
one that was upstairs.
We had a teacher who went on a quiz show we all watched as he made an embarrassing career move when asked how many legs a particular animal, and he said one. Oh dear. I mean, I started YouTube while still a teacher, so all my students saw the channel. Someone hit a nerve. It's just bringing back bad memories of working with idiots. This is why I can't have a real job. I'm unmanageable.
You think, Kevin?
I'm just efficient. I'm a high-performing, efficient man. And I don't stand nonsense.
No, we got those back at 10. I think. Yeah.
Too relatable. Sorry to be reminding you about those times. I certainly don't need to reminisce about those years. Yeah, exactly. Right, where's my beverage?
I do like a cherry pop.
That's the best beverage, everybody. Ugh. It's a blue car!
Please don't do that. Scare me so often.
I needed you to know that it's a blue one.
No, you shouldn't though. Oh my god.
The fountain's looking great. It is looking cool, actually.
Thank you.
We need to get new Kevin on there on his scooter and his giraffe jumper. I was going to get you a mobility scooter from One More Brick as well. $9.99 for a little mobility scooter.
In red.
Yes, it is red. Yeah, I haven't ordered it yet, but I think I will. I was actually thinking I might see him at a convention and just be able to buy it in person rather than ordering it on his website. But I haven't seen him anywhere since Bricktastic. Have I been anywhere since Bricktastic? Maybe I haven't.
I notified.
I don't think I've been to a convention since Bricktastic.
I'm sure you have.
Don't know that I have. Everybody.
You must have done, because I'm always having to check with you when you're in so I can go and see Rue on a weekend. And there's a few times I've had to go and see him on a Friday or a Saturday because you're out places.
A busy man. A handsome, busy man.
You'd hate working for the council. It was hell.
I can't ever have a real job again. I need content to keep me going until retirement. I've got too much of a taste of not having to deal with idiots. I can't go back to dealing with idiots. And I have to deal with the YouTube comment section every day, and that's a step up from working with idiots. Yeah, I'm too happy being self-employed and basically doing whatever I feel like and finding a way to get paid for it later. Because like the bill and trip, I had the bill and trip booked, and then I sent an email to my manager saying, I've booked this trip, can you find me a sponsor for it? I didn't do it the other way around. It was, right, well, I'm going and I'm going to do it, and hopefully we find a sponsor for it, so it doesn't cost us loads of money, but I'm going anyway. So I basically, yeah, I do stuff and then worry about getting paid for it later. It's probably not the best way to run a business, but generally it works out okay.
I get inspired by this. Maybe I need to stop building some of my many unopened Lego sets I have in my attic.
Do it.
Wow, why is it in your attic?
Have you done any business with Brick Traders St Albans? No, I do keep meaning to go down there and have a look. I need to send them an email to ask if they're okay with me making a video from their store. I always see them advertising in Blocks magazine, but I've never actually been there. There's also one in Long Eaton as well, apparently, that we need to go to.
No, what one?
An independent Lego store.
Oh, okay. That guy that was selling at Bricktastic, I saw his store the other day.
Yeah, he's in Sheffield, isn't he?
Mm.
But yeah, there's one in Long Eaton, there's one in St Albans, there's one in Lincoln, apparently. done that the wrong way round, you
You done that
handsome
again?
surgeon. Talking of magazines, did Anna like her shark? She
He
loved
hasn't
it.
given it me yet.
I'm going to put it in a city for you.
Oh, I see.
Do you want it to be for home?
I was going to put it in.
Oh well, I can
My
bring one
thing.
home for you. Yeah, I've taken them to the studio. I'll bring one. Well, we're going there tomorrow, so you can build one and bring one back with you, and the other one can go in the city. Because I've got 2 copies, obviously. I'm not a madman. Made a reservation at the mini chef table since watching your video 2 weekends time, and we will be there. Awesome. Are you going to Brickfest in Newport tomorrow? Nope. Newport is blooming miles away.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only go to the brick festivals that are near where we live.
Far, far, far. Very, very far.
Yeah, we don't go travelling all over the country for them. They're fun, but they ain't that fun. I was looking at my calendar. I think the next time there's one of those anywhere near us is Peterborough Brick Festival, and we might miss that because it's the same as the Reading one, same weekend as Reading. But national brick events don't come near us again for ages. So it's going to be a little while before we do any of those events. Which is a bit of a shame, because I do very much enjoy them. But we do the ones that are nearby. As much as I enjoy them, I'd probably end up getting bored of them if I did them every weekend and travelled all over the country for them. What am I doing here?
You're putting everything backwards by the sounds of things.
You're backwards. I had it right the first time, but then turned it round and got
Why?
confused. Because I'm a beautiful man. I think I was building it left-handed. What sets are currently at the top of the list? Well, I want the 6 remaining modulars that we don't have. There's one that is now purchased that I'm currently building, so that will be revealed very soon. And there's one that I've ordered all the parts for on Bricklink. So that one you'll probably find out in a month whether that worked, because some of that's coming from Thailand. So it's going to take a while for the parts to come. But that should mean we've got 2 of the 8 sorted. So the main goal for this year is to get the rest of the 8. So the remaining 6 that we don't have. And then I've started looking at all of the fairground collection, because I've obviously got the loop coaster, but I'd really like the haunted house and the carousel and the Ferris wheel. So there's a lot of that stuff that I'd like. But yeah, the main thing is the modulars. What about you? Is there any sets you're looking out for at the moment?
No.
Nah. Has the banging in the next unit at the Lego room stopped yet? He just does it Sunday morning. I genuinely think it's a guy who keeps his drum kit there and goes and practices on a Sunday morning, because he's not allowed to have his drums at home.
Seems like a mean lady friend he lives with.
Well, it
Or
might not be
always
his
got
lady.
children.
He might be in a flat and not be able to do it.
Or lady, man, friend, man. Oh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
We don't know why he's doing it, but it seems that that's what he's there doing. So it's not going to be that often that I'm there on a Sunday morning.
No, it's just weird that you ask for the quietest and you get that
Well, I don't
next
actually
to
think
you.
he's next door. I think it's just it's a big tin box with lots of little tin boxes in. He could be banging the wall over the other side of the building, and I'm still going to hear it come through those walls. It just rumbles the whole place. You want a pirate roller coaster? Do I? Don't know that I do. Oh, you're trying to shift one. I'm not really. I'm pretty much spent up already for April. I've ordered all of the parts for one of the missing modulars and all of the parts for Block Party HQ, and I spent a lot of this month's budget last week in Billund. So with all of those things combined, I'm pretty much spent up for the next month. So I am not buying anything more now, unless I sell an awful lot of stuff on eBay. Will you be going to Milton Keynes Brick Festival? Depends when it is. Isn't that on Star Wars Day, which is also Anna's birthday? So I think
Oh, it's my birthday on a weekend.
I think it's on a Sunday, yeah. Oh, that's another printed piece, this time with a red bull on it. I think
No, yeah.
I might get away with going to the Lego store to make the Star Wars Day video because that's quite important for the business. I don't know that I'll get away with spending Anna's birthday at a Lego convention. So
I don't mind.
So I'll probably give Milton Keynes Brick Festival a miss.
But if you're there...
We'll see. I mean, it'll be more important to be at the Lego store for that video. And by the time I've gone there first, I'll have missed all of the best stuff at the convention. So it becomes I mean, it depends. If it's walking distance from the Lego store, yeah, I might as well do it while I'm there and just not be there very long. But if it's the other side of town, I'll probably just come home. I don't think anybody wants it. Seems like an unpopular set. Don't know why I bought it to begin with. Will you be glow stick dancing for Anna's birthday? I mean, I'll definitely go to the Lego store because we have to. We have to go there for all the big events. That's how we pay the bills now.
Yeah, because I can tell them it's my birthday and they give you a special Lego.
Oh yeah, you'll have to come with me and you can get a freebie. Yeah, that'll be one you have to come
my
to.
Birthday. Oh no, but I want it.
It's not a walk, but it is a short drive between the store and the venue for the Brick Festival. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. If I go to it, I won't be there very long, that's for sure. It'll just be a quick lap, quick video, and out again. Especially if Anna's with me, because unless her new injections are magical, the chances of her being able to do a Lego store trip, which will involve queuing because it's Star Wars Day, and then go to a convention straight afterwards, the chances of that are fairly slim. So she might be sat in the car on her birthday waiting for me to come back out of the Lego convention. So I really won't be able to be in there very long.
Just pray for the injections to work. I don't have to sit here in real pain.
Yes. Beautiful. Oh, this one's got a red wiggly wiggler. This one might be the best looking of the cars so far, I think.
They're very long, aren't they?
They are, they're lengthy.
What are you doing?
Putting the little brain protector on. Which you then have to bend around. For the protection of the brain. Are the F1 Speed Champions worth collecting? It depends. Do you enjoy making Speed Champions? And or do you like F1? If the answer to any of those questions is yes, then
Lego
yes.
are looking for someone who likes to build F1 for one of their games. Then basically they just want someone to build these. I don't know what kind of game, but they just want you to sit and play with Lego all day. It sounds like an amazing job.
Why have you not told me about
I
this?
have told you about it.
I like building Lego.
Would you go and build for Lego?
If they paid me enough.
I think it's for a game. I'm not too sure.
Visa. If the staff at the Lego store know who you are now, could you not sweet talk them into letting you in early to film the video? That would involve me sweet talking, which I believe, don't quote me on it, I think is a variety of talking, which I do try to avoid doing. So, yeah. Oh, crumbs. That's the sort of thing I'd need them to just offer me. I could never ask for that. Do you have an access card, Anna? If you do, you don't have to queue for the Lego store. What's an access card?
I'm going to have to get one now.
I don't know what they are.
I think they're like 15 quid.
I mean, I'd still have to queue. Because I'd be there wanting to make a video. I couldn't really I couldn't go in on your access card and then be like, oh, and I'm going to film while I'm in here, folks. That just seems a bit wangy. But it would mean you wouldn't have to stand up for all that time. Because we tried one launch day with Anna's scooter, and she wasn't a fan of trying to get the scooter around the busy store. So she does tend to have to do them on foot.
No. This is awkward. He has got an old man snore.
He is an old man. MK is at the other end of the shopping centre. What, the convention is at the other end of the shopping centre to the Lego store? Then that is potentially doable. Because I've walked down the other end of the shopping centre before.
Why did we do that?
To go to Wagamama.
Okay, yeah.
And I've done it before to go to Primark.
At Christmas time, didn't we do it?
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah.
An access card will get Anna in and me if I go in as a carer. Yeah, but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that and then going in there and filming.
Because I will just walk out.
Because quite apart from anything else, I try not to draw too much attention to myself, because although occasionally you get an employee who'll recognise you and say hello and say they like the videos, I'm still doing it without permission, and at any point, if it became really obvious what I was doing, they could ask me not to, and they could ask me to leave. I'm not an ambassador. I don't have permission. I've asked customer services permission, and they said we can't give it. It's the stores do it on a store-by-store basis. So I try to not draw attention to what I'm doing. So that's why all those shopping videos are filmed on my phone and not a camera. It's why I have a microphone hidden inside my shirt rather than a really obvious one. It's why I kind of mumble, because I don't want to be in there talking in a really loud, clear voice and making it really obvious what I'm doing. So I am basically subtly shuffling around the shop. And 9 times out of 10, the staff will know who I am, and they'll say hello, and they'll ask how the channel's going and ask if I'm making a video, and I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it's all good. Today's launch day, blah, 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 blah. But you never know when you're going to come across the wrong member of staff and be asked to stop. So I don't want to be really obvious with what I'm doing. That's this one finished as well. So that's 2 Formula 1 Speed Champions this evening. Are you going to be able to go for another hour?
Yeah.
So I can go and get a third one, is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Because these have each taken me about an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you get rid of that.
Okay. I'll go and
Because that one will annoy me.
I'll go and get a third one then. Ah! I just hit my testicle!
And now, when Kevin leaves, we will enter...
Oh, my gonad!
Shut up. We now enter quiet mode. And this is where we just all take a deep breath. We'll just be a bit quiet. Maybe watch Dave go to the door. No, he's just sat there. Were you having a nap? We could hear you. Come here. Come here. Come on. Up. Come on. Show everyone. Up. No. He's down here. You can see his snout. But yes. Dave is spinning, or David. He's just here. Oh, Kevin's back, unfortunately.
Guess who's back?
Back again.
Back again. Kevin's back. Yes, he is.
Look how high this is getting.
Yeah, it's good. Could you not get some of those Meta video glasses? I could, but the quality's trash. And plus, I wear glasses, so that would be awkward. This is the Ferrari, by the way. The Ferrari. We had to play around with the Meta glasses at the FIFA World Cup, and the quality of them was questionable.
What was?
The Meta glasses.
Oh.
There you go. There's your sticky sheet. Let's get my points. points, 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 points. Pointy McPointy points. Or trying to get some points anyway. What is going on, Kevin?
Does that one not give you points?
Scanned it 3 times. Here we go. Earn points. 7 times 8. 30 something. 36, let's say. No. 27 divided by 9. That's 3. I know that. Register your set. It's for myself.
I've never been
No
good
special
with
occasion.
the times of tables.
Online retailer. I did A-level maths and never learnt my times tables. They're not needed for anything. Mental arithmetic is different to maths.
In like primary school, you need to know your times tables. I was like, I just can't do it.
I've got a first class honours degree in computer science and an A-level in maths and never learnt my times tables. You do not need to know them, boys and girls. We live in a world of computers and calculators and phones and woohoo!
Yeah, when they say, oh, not always going to have a calculator in your pocket. How wrong were they?
I've got one on my wrist.
Yeah.
This is gentleman mail. This driver with his Ferrari uniform on. And that is some Kevin hair potentially. Keep that to one side. Burp, 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 burp.
I was a porcupine yesterday, wasn't I?
You were. The Ferrari is my favourite, but then again, they're my favourite F1 team, are they, by golly? I mean, I assume the Ferrari's the fastest one because it's red.
It's red fast now.
Well, red has always been fast. It's not just fast now, is it? Everyone knows the fastest cars are the red cars. It's just like common knowledge. You won't be walking around with a calculator. You're wrong, Mr. Joe. Yeah, exactly. Also, I've never needed to know a times table off the dome. I can count in increments if even a pen and paper become extinct. Yeah, exactly. I can work them out. I just don't need to know them off the top of my head. It's such a pointless thing to know. But teachers made such a big fuss about it. Exactly.
You need to know these. Why? Teachers don't like being asked why.
Because the curriculum says so is usually the answer. Baba. Where are you? There you are. There you actually are. Do I like Max Verstappen? Never met him. Don't know who he is.
Is a new racer.
I'm familiar with Jos Verstappen, which presumably was his dad. He was driving the last time I watched Formula 1. Or Jos Verstappen, probably not Jos. I think it was Jos. Either way, I know who he is. Don't know who Max Verstappen is.
His son, I think.
There you go. But I have zero interest in Formula 1. I just like making speed champions.
He gets really angry when he's driving. It's quite
Who does?
Max.
How do you know who Max Verstappen is?
Because like it comes up on TikTok, he gets very angry while he's driving.
What's he getting
funny.
angry about? Earning too much money for a really easy job? Oh, I'm so cross that I'm so rich. All I have to do is drive. The world's highest paid Uber driver. I like using Lego's Lego Builder app when building a more complicated set. So do I. Why do none of the Lego YouTubers ever mention this? Ever mention what? I should have read the middle sentence. Unfortunately, not every model has this available.
No.
My question, why do none of the Lego YouTubers ever mention this? Because it's pretty niche, isn't it? I mean, all the newer sets tend to have it, I think. A lot of the older sets don't. It's not really
Yeah, some are
worth
not.
mentioning.
Some of them are like the Starry Night is a PDF. Because I needed that to put it back together. And then some are not on there at all.
Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of Lego YouTubers, just like a lot of people who do Lego in general. I would say the majority still probably use the paper instructions and wouldn't know.
I like the instructions myself.
Whereas I prefer the app. Don't use the app when I'm on stream because the iPad would get in the way of the camera. But in general, I prefer the app. But
Everyone has a preference.
yeah, I don't mind using the paper ones. I certainly wouldn't be upset if a set wasn't on the app. I'd just use the paper.
And they can give you eye strain as well. Well, both ways, can I guess.
Ordered a Lion Knight's Castle a good 3 weeks ago and it still won't ship until June. You mentioned this isn't happening in the UK. Yeah, it's not back order in the UK. Apparently the Jazz Club's on back order until June in the US as well. Different sets go on back order in different countries at different times, I guess. I mean, remember, we're really close to Denmark. It doesn't happen as often here. But yeah, I ordered mine and it came like 3 days later. From Danish Denmark. Well, actually, I think our Lego comes from Belgium when we order. I'm new to Lego. Didn't know the instructions are on the app. That's brilliant. Oh, it is brilliant because they have 3D. You can move around them as well.
Them, not all
it's
of
really
them.
cool. Certainly, as a colourblind person, it really helps me to be able to rotate and figure out what's going on sometimes. I think that's probably why I prefer it. Although people who can see all their colours properly have confirmed to me that apparently the colours are sometimes wrong on the app.
Yes, they are. So much.
Which, as far as I'm concerned, the colours are sometimes wrong in reality as well. So, it doesn't make much of a difference to me.
Oh, the yappy dog's out again, yeah.
Good. What was our first games consoles? Console, Nintendo Entertainment System.
Mega Drive.
My first games were on the Spectrum though, pre-console.
We got a Mega Drive 1 year, and that same year I got a Game Boy for myself. I don't know why. I was given the Game Boy. I didn't have to share it. I had to share the Mega Drive, and then.
Oh, I've got you a little Game Boy tile to go with your new minifig as well. For that reason.
So it's my parents' fault that I bought a new Xbox yesterday.
There you go.
It's their fault.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever lived in a house that didn't have all the consoles that are available in it. So even though I didn't get every console as a kid, the ones that I didn't get, my brother got. So I went Nintendo. I went NES, Mega Drive, N64, Dreamcast, and then everything all the time from then on because I was an adult. Whereas my brother he didn't get the Master System because he was too young, but he had a SNES, then he had a PlayStation 1. And then I'd moved out by then. So, yeah.
Yeah, we had a Mega Drive and that lasted forever. That thing went for years and years and years. That thing never broke. And then I think we went straight to PlayStation. I know Lewis got a what was that big cube thing?
The GameCube?
GameCube. He got one of them 1 year.
I was a full salary earning adult by the time that came out.
You are older than not for this.
Yeah, I bought that out of my wages when I was working in the building society.
My PlayStation that I bought, I think it was PlayStation 2 was the first thing I bought with my first pay. And I was so happy because I worked in Burger King. Game was 3 doors down. I just got it, went down there and bought PlayStation 2 and Final Fantasy X.
I heard that Lego were thinking of opening a factory in Virginia in the USA. How much truth is to that? I know they're definitely opening a US factory next year. I didn't know specifically what state it was in.
Where, Virginia?
Yeah, but that's basically how they're planning to get around the tariffs by manufacturing in the US. Because at the moment, all the Lego in the US is manufactured in Mexico. So they'll be hit by tariffs on imports. So the plan is manufacture it in the US, avoid the tariffs, I think.
What is going on?
Don't start.
I'm not.
You don't like Xbox. Who doesn't like Xbox?
I bought an Xbox yesterday.
Yeah. I love Xbox. I would say the Xbox 360 is probably in my top 3 consoles ever. It's not my favourite console ever anymore because the Switch exists. But there was certainly a time when I would have said the Xbox 360 was my favourite console ever. These are little printed pieces for the Ferrari.
We're just talking about PlayStation because it was the first thing I bought when I was first paid.
They're already building the Virginia plant. Should be operational by 2026. There you go. Many new models don't have 3D instructions available on LEGO Builder, for example, the McLaren P1. I didn't know that. I don't know that I've ever run into that problem. I'm obviously building the right sets.
I could never get into PC gaming. My fingers didn't like the, what is it, WASD? Is that what it is?
WD-40.
My fingers do not like being in
I mean,
that
these
position.
days you can just use a controller.
But I prefer being on the sofa.
Whereas I gave up sitting on sofas several years ago. So I play most of my games either on my Steam Deck or Switch lying down, or sat at my desk on a PC. I've got a PS5 in my office and haven't turned it on since we've lived here. It's never been turned on in this house. No,
How did you play that game?
What game?
A two-player game.
What two-player game?
That we played like 2 weeks ago.
On PC.
Oh.
And I've got another PS5 in our bedroom that's not been turned on since we've lived here, and I've got an Xbox Series S in our bedroom that's not been turned on since we've lived here. So I've not turned on a normal games console in over 6 months. I mean,
well, I need one of them.
I need to keep a PS5 for when the new Football Manager comes out, and I kind of need an Xbox for that as well. It's the only reason I own them, because then I can do the review, that one video a year reviewing that version of the game. So I kind of need to have them, but I'm not going to play games on them. Favourite game on Switch? Persona. Any of them. Which would also be my favourite game on Steam Deck. I need a Steam Deck so I can play my PC library. Steam Deck's great. Steam Deck would probably be my second favourite console ever, even though it's not really a console. But it's amazing. It's brilliant. You can look it up on Google Maps and see pictures of the outside already. There you go. There you actually go.
At least you get your sets quicker then. The people in the US, I mean.
Yes. Yes. Oh, Funyuns. Where's that? There it is. Oh, and a handsome rascal. Beautiful work, Kelvin. How does that go on? There it goes. I've got loads of spare pieces here. I feel like I've missed something.
Have you missed the stop?
It looks like it, 'cause there's so many spare pieces there. But everything appears to be in order. Yeah, we'll assume it's fine. Push all them over there.
It probably was like a glitch and it just gave you many more. Because they do it on weight, don't they?
Yeah. 3 and 4. I just got Imzoi for PC. It's a new take on The Sims with ultra-realistic graphics. Interesting. I never got into The Sims, and it's weird 'cause it's a game I should enjoy. Because I like stuff like that, but just never specifically that.
I like The Sims. The girls like The Sims.
Yeah. That's probably why I never got into it, because it was the game my kids play, so I wasn't going to play it. Van Gogh's The Starry Night is not available on LEGO Builder. There you go.
No, it is, but it's only as PDF because I've used it.
Pudduf, as you like to call them.
TikTok's the only way I can
still
put it together.
here. Yes, while still here. I assume that's how you talk about yourself in response to a Yal. Need a woohoo each time you open a bag. No, you only get the woohoo for bag 2. I love The Sims. Just learned how expensive my Sims 3 Collector's Edition is nowadays, thanks to TikTok. Old Tiki Tokerson, eh? I know that website. I'm familiar with TikTok. It's now officially our second highest income source after YouTube. TikTok has surpassed Twitch into second place. Your mic is very quiet. Yes, it is. It's something that will be resolved in the new room that we'll be streaming from, hopefully within a week or 2. In here, there's not anything we can do about it. We're working off of a rubbish mic that's far away.
What we've got.
But we already have one nice new mic on its way. We'll be ordering another one soon, and we will have a really snazzy, better audio, better visual as well. We're using a proper camera rather than because we're using a webcam in here. A 1080p webcam. Will be going up to a 4K Sony mirrorless camera. It'll be the kind of quality you get on my Football Manager streams, which you've never had on the Lego stuff. But we're investing some money.
Oh no!
Because we have to treat you right, boys and girls. That Ferrari's the same set I'm building right now. Awesome. Trevi's Fountain is looking awesome. It is, isn't it?
It's getting there.
I had to use both the manual and the online for Hey Hey because of all the colours that were so close. Yeah, I just gave up worrying how accurate I was being with the colours and just stuck them together however I felt like. It's definitely wrong in places, but I figure how can anyone tell? Who's checking? I don't think the Lego police are going to come in and check that I've done the colours right.
Your interpretation, isn't it?
Exactly. As a handsome colourblind gentleman, I can't tell. I'm the only one who has to look at him. I've lived in Georgia, USA most of my life. The cost for that is YAL. Yeah, but as I'm replying, do I say WAL? Because I'm included in the group now. I can't say YAL and include myself in it. So does it become WAL, as in we all? I need to know.
No one knows what you're saying. Okay.
I think everyone does understand. Because YAL is short for you all. So if I need to do we all, do we go WAL? I'm asking a perfectly reasonable question. You know language fascinates me. Greetings from the Netherlands. Love the videos. Welcome to the Netherlands. Or from the Netherlands, I guess. Can't welcome you to the Netherlands. You're the one that's there. Language again. Can you send me some knoppers, please?
You could have got some yesterday, but you said no.
I don't want some. I just want to eat them. I love me a knoppers. No, don't be ridiculous. So what do you say then? We all? So why is only one of them abbreviated? I need more information.
Don't be so mean. It's just there.
I'm not being mean. They're the ones who said don't be ridiculous.
Yeah, don't be ridiculous, Kevin.
I'm not being ridiculous. I'm asking a completely reasonable question. Is we all shortened? That's completely reasonable.
Why are you getting so annoying?
Because you're the one who's telling me I'm being mean. Well, I'm just having a conversation. What did I want to eat? Knoppers. They're the greatest food the Netherlands ever created. Even better than stroopwafels. And that's saying something. It would be wheel. So wheel. Kev has a point. Never thought about it. And while I live in the US, my family's from Spain, so I barely understand. There you go, see? Kev likes to have a point. I'm a very interesting man. Where's my... There is my... Found it. Don't panic. Stop panicking. Oh, you got a grumpy on now?
No, putting these. I'm wondering why they are like these are missing. But
when I say 3 things to you and you ignore all of them, that means you're in a grumpy about something. Don't forget poffertjes. I don't know what that means. In fact, I forgot about bitterballen. Bitterballen's better than knoppers, so I'm talking nonsense. The best food out of the Netherlands is bitterballen. I love bitterballen. I just want Fibo to exist in the UK. I don't know why that. How did McDonald's become the chain that's available all over the world and not Fibo? Fibo's so much better. I need a Fibo world expansion. What have you done now?
I knew something was off. I knew it. I knew it.
And
I
what
knew it.
was
I
it?
knew it. Oh, this is wrong.
Hi from Belfast. Are you coming to the new Lego store? Opens in a few months. Probably not. I mean, it's not a definite no, but I've never been to Belfast. Have you ever been to Belfast?
When I was little.
We could potentially go. It depends on Anna's injections. If Anna is fit to fly, then stuff like randomly going to Belfast for the day to go to a Lego store opening becomes realistic. We'll see. Wendy's is better too. Wendy's is better than McDonald's, yes. It's not better than Fibo. Wendy's is pretty good. Oh, more printed pieces. It's an advert for Santander. What's the matter?
Then a dunce again.
Right, everybody talk to Anna about negative self-talk.
Well, no, I have.
No, you've made a mistake. That doesn't mean you're a dunce.
Completely just... I don't know how I've done it.
Because you sometimes ignore the instructions and freestyle. A Lego Fibo would be nice. Yes, it would. I like reading about the origins of sayings. I have several books on the subject. I would very much enjoy a book on that subject, I imagine. It's probably something I shouldn't get into because my little autistic brain,
no, that's it.
Anna would murder me.
I'd leave.
I'd become really annoying with it.
You'd become a Giles.
Who's Giles?
From Gogglebox.
Oh, yeah. He's cool. He's a cool guy. If you call yourself a dunce, you have to wear the dunce cap.
That's fine.
Don't say that because she will. And we're trying to stop her from that kind of negativity. No good comes from negative self-talk. So many printed pieces. Ferrari clearly have got a few quid and have thrown some stuff at Lego for this. Well, to be fair, there's already been quite a few Ferraris, so I suppose there's stuff that they could use from other sets that has already been produced. Does Lego become valuable over time? I mean, it's pretty valuable when you first get it, but it tends to hold its value. It doesn't lose a lot of value. And depending on the sets, certain retired sets certainly shoot up in value. But even like a bucket of loose Lego is going to be worth more than a bucket of most toys because it's Lego and people will always want Lego. So yeah, Lego is pretty good at holding its value. What are we doing? And why are we doing it?
I just wondered where I go from now.
The wheels on the bus.
Might get to this point.
Languages are fascinating and I love different accents, as do I.
You just laugh at mine.
I don't laugh, I'm fascinated by it. Some of the stuff you say is bonkers, but it must be a Nottingham thing. I don't think you're bonkers. I just think the language is really interesting because it's not even that far away. It's not like you grew up a million miles away. We grew up within 50 miles of each other. And some of the stuff you say is stuff I've never, ever heard in the history of the world. And I find that fascinating, that there can be so many differences in language and accent on such a small geographic area. It's why the UK is completely insane. Although maybe it's like that in all countries. Maybe all countries have huge variations in accent and language. I mean, you go somewhere like Belgium and it's a really small country and they have two completely different languages depending on which part of Belgium you're in. That's insane. You can buy knoppers in Poundland. Yeah, you can buy them in Costco. But they don't taste like the Dutch ones. I don't want just the little Nopper wafers. I want the Nopper bars that I've only ever seen in the Netherlands. Right. Number 14. Ray-Ban. I have Ray-Bans. This whole car's advertising at me. I've filled up the car at a Shell petrol station before. I have Ray-Bans. I used to work for Santander. What other sponsors have they got? I think the rest of it's just weird crypto stuff. But a lot of it is me. Maybe this is my team. Although I worry that Ferrari are like the Manchester United of Formula 1, so they can't be my team. This car, again, completely different build. Building three of them so close together like this, it's really obvious how very different the builds are. It's very cleverly done, because they all come out looking roughly the same. But you get there by a completely different route. They must have had different designers on each of them, kind of coming up with their own way of doing it.
They must have source materials go off though.
Yeah. Well, the weird thing is, these are all last year's cars. And they all retire at the end of the year, so they won't be out for a full year. And I guess they'll release a load more next year.
Yeah.
What department did I work in? I work in mortgages. I mean, it's probably over 20 years ago. I was there when they rebranded from Abbey National to Abbey. So it wasn't actually Santander when I worked there. I was a mortgage advisor. But I worked in the Hatfield branch in like 2002, 2003, a long time ago. So unless you've been there forever, our paths probably never crossed. I've been there since 2007. Yeah, I would have left before you started. I'm from Hatfield. Well, there you go. I used to sit in my office at the back of the branch in Hatfield, playing Football Manager on my laptop, selling mortgages to unsuspecting locals, and then going and getting my sunglasses from the Galleria. Abbey National, that's a blast from the past, exactly.
He's asleep, isn't he?
What, David the cat? Yeah.
Normally he's like, where are you going?
Have you checked he's not dead?
No, I just watched his nose.
So, it'd be very unfortunate if he was dead. That would really ruin the weekend.
How many you got?
Well, I'm about halfway through this car, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be 20 minutes or so, I should think. Maybe a little longer.
Yeah, but there's all of that.
Yeah, that's fine. Unsuspecting, unsolicited mortgages. Yeah, pretty much.
You're talking about what you used to do?
Yeah. Someone works for the same bank I worked for and is from the place where I used to work.
Do you know each other?
No. They started in 2007. I left in like 2004. Are you enjoying Trevor's mountain?
Yeah, little fiddly bits, but it's fine.
See, this piece is printed on one side, but then you need a sticker for the other bit, which is very odd.
Maybe there was a design change at some point.
Considering it's his penultimate appearance, Dave's being very calm and considerate this evening. He's planning. He knows full well he's going to wangle his way in. You've not seen the last of that animal.
Oh, we'll sit outside the thing, don't
Yeah, I imagine first time we try and do it, he'll just bark the whole time and we'll end up having to let him in, and that'll be that. But he'll be less disruptive because the camera's going to be mounted on the wall, the microphones are going to be mounted on the wall, the tables are not going to be able to move. So it should be less disruptive even if he does come in. What set are you most excited about for April? The little suitcase. It's the only one I'm getting.
The little suitcase?
Yeah, it's the only one I'm getting in April. We're going to get Anna the Disney Castle, but I don't want the boat. I don't want the Lord of the Rings. I don't want any of the new Marvel stuff. The only set I'm getting in April is that little yellow suitcase that's like 15 quid.
Suitcase. That's nice.
Which is why this is the month that I decided to part out Cafe Corner.
It's the little frog.
There you go. And order Block Party HQ. Because I'm like, well, I'm not going to buy much other Lego this month, so I may as well order a load of parts off Bricklink. So I've bought... My normal Lego budget is pretty much entirely gone on Bricklink parts.
Oh my god, go on the whole.
Yeah, it's going to be a cheap one for me in the Lego store.
Why won't that go on?
We will be getting the Disney Castle for Anna. It's the Shire.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
that means nothing to me. I've never seen Lord of the Rings. And we live in the Shire. Everywhere in England is the Shire. Unless you're in one of the ruffians counties like Essex.
Is that a Shire?
Well, it's not got Shire in the name, has it? But you're from Nottinghamshire. I'm from Lincolnshire. Peterborough's in Cambridgeshire. Leicester's in Leicestershire. So, yeah, it's all shires. That's why we're civilised and Sheepdog's a monster, because he's from Essex. Should be Essexshire. Are you calling yourself a hobbit? I don't really know what that means.
I'm a hobbit.
Is that an insult or a compliment? I don't know.
Well, you're not little and you don't have hairy feet, so...
Is that the definition of what a hobbit is?
Kind of.
I'm not really boring and tedious, so maybe I'm not in that.
Oh, stop it. You are annoying.
I'm not from Hatfield, no. I worked in Hatfield for a year, but I'm from Peterborough. When I joined Abbey National, I was supposed to be going to their Stevenage branch, which was a bit of a push from Peterborough. It's just down the A1. And then
But it's far.
when I got there, they were like, actually, we're going to put you in Hatfield. I'm like, but that's even further. But it's only a little way down the A1. Yeah, from Stevenage, I'm driving down from Peterborough every day. It was like a 2 hours there, 2 hours back every day to earn 14 grand a year sitting in a bank selling mortgages. I don't know how I did it. Certainly ran up some credit card debt that year, and ended up quitting after less than a year working there. But they put me through my financial advisor qualifications, so that helped me then score a job closer to home at an estate agent's.
What did you do there, Kevin? You
Sold
just
mortgages.
played football manager.
Oh yeah, I did that in every job I've ever had. I was only there about a year, and then I got headhunted by Bristol and West Mortgages to be a business development manager, and that was the dream because I was working from home before it was cool. And I worked there for 2 years. I got a company car, company laptop, company phone, and just sat at home playing Football Manager. And when the phone would ring, I would help people. But because it was right at the end of the subprime crisis bubble, it was before the bubble popped. But everything was booming anyway, and we specialised in subprime mortgages. So I was officially supposed to be selling stuff, but there was no selling involved. I was just there to occasionally answer the phone and help people when they got stuck, but I rarely had to leave the house. And I'd just sit there playing Football Manager all day, helping people if they needed help, watching the sales figures increase and earning loads of money. It was great. And then the bubble burst and ruined everything for everybody. And that's when I went to uni, because I couldn't get a job working in banking anymore because there weren't any. Because
you all broke it.
Yep, we all broke it. But we had like one of our monthly meetings was in Barcelona, just because why not? Let's go to Barcelona for this month's meeting. It was a great time.
We've been together 13 years. And they've been magical.
Magical. Then you should describe it as 13 magical years. I work from home as a graphic designer. Lovely, lovely, lovely. How afraid are you of ChatGPT's latest update? Because I like to freak my thumbnail guy out about it occasionally. I realise graphic design. No.
Oh.
I realise graphic design in general is probably a little more complicated than thumbnail design, which in itself is a skill I don't possess, which is why I have a thumbnail guy in the first place. But every month or so, I test ChatGPT to see how close it is to replacing him. And then mess with him about it. I'm unlikely to actually fire him unless it gets better than him. It can't just get as good as him. It needs to get better than him.
What does he say?
He's like, oh, good. So glad you're showing me this again. But the latest update is actually pretty good. It's getting there.
Does he not have a Kevin sense of humour then?
Oh, you have to have a Kevin sense of humour to be able to work for me, or else I'll break you. Imagine the mess Topher would be if he couldn't handle me. He wouldn't have stuck. I mean, Topher's worked with me for like 4 years.
Is he here?
No, he's currently in the corner shaking because I've broken him. I'm always using ChatGPT. I even use it to help me out occasionally. Nice. I use it all the time. I love it. I think it's great.
I've never used it.
You should try it. It's really useful.
In what way? How can it be useful for me?
I mean, you could put all of your symptoms in and it could suggest ways to help alleviate them. You could get a workout plan to help you build up some fitness levels, and muscles. It can do eating plans. So I sometimes ask for suggestions for like meal planning stuff. Basically anything you could possibly, the sort of things you might Google, you can put into ChatGPT, and rather than just sending you to websites, it will go and look at 30 websites, consolidate it all, and then talk to you like it's a conversation and explain what it's found. And if you don't understand a bit, you can be like, sorry, can you explain this bit in a different way? And it will do it. It's really very clever.
Do you say thank you to it?
Yes, I say please and thank you. There has been some research that suggests people...
I never knew Lego could melt without heat.
There has been some research that indicates that people who are polite to ChatGPT get better results out of it. So it does work better if you say please and thank you. which is quite cool. Can it make my belly go down by a good foot circumference-wise? If you follow what it tells you to do, yeah, definitely. Apparently we've got a Stream Elements bot. I'm a little bit confused because I don't remember installing one of them. Have we been hacked by Stream Elements?
What's Stream Elements?
It's what I use on Twitch to do my bot stuff like that.
Oh, cool.
I'm using it right now to cook pasta and sauce. There you go. Yeah, like when I get if I get some meat out of the freezer, I might go on ChatGPT and ask it how long to cook it for, or how to cook it.
Why don't you just look on the back of the packet?
Because I don't keep it in the packet, do I? I split it all out. And with the paid version that I've got, I can actually have an out loud conversation with it on my phone.
Oh, so you've got the loud one. I see.
Yeah, so I can just chat to it.
My eyes are doing that thing where I can't find things or anymore. I've got Lego fatigue.
Fatigue, as Mother used to say. I'm also struggling. Yeah, it's just because they're all black. There you go. Trying to pick out one black. This is why you don't sort Lego by colour, boys and girls, because every piece there is the same colour, and it's really hard to pick out a certain shape amongst a sea of the same colour. Whereas picking out a different colour in a sea of the same shape, much easier. Even for me as a colourblind person. HP, there you go, we've got a HP printer. It's another one targeted at me.
That's a lot. Yep.
We also now own a cricket, boys and girls. I don't know if I've mentioned it on stream.
We do.
So we're going to, well, I say we, Anna's going to learn how to become a cricket expert. And that's going to be how we do our custom stickers for the Lego City. So like, we're going to do custom billboards. We're going to do custom street signs.
I talk to it more than I do people.
What, ChatGPT? Yeah, so do I. The only human I speak to more than I speak to ChatGPT is Anna.
I was about to say, I hope it's me.
And even then, there's some days when I'll talk to ChatGPT more than I talk to you.
Kevin.
Like if I'm having, I will hold meetings on ChatGPT. Like once a month, we do a content review and a planning session. It's just me and ChatGPT. Like I'll do it on Monday. It'll be right. It's the end of a new month. Let's plan video ideas for Block Party. The best sets to buy right now series.
Pardon?
The best sets to buy right now series that we're doing, that we started last month. That was a ChatGPT idea. It basically came to me with that format. That came out of one of my content brainstorming sessions that I do with ChatGPT, and we like narrowed that idea down and finalized and like talked through the concept for a good 20 minutes or so. And settled on that as a format, and the video went down really well. We're going to do that once a month, and that's all ChatGPT, which means ultimately somewhere it's stolen that idea from someone else, because that's basically how ChatGPT works. But I don't know who it's stolen from, so it doesn't count. I use it all the time for research, for research paper structuring and poetry analysis. Interesting. Yeah, I think it's really, really good. Sheepdog hates it. Because he hates all fun things.
Oh gosh. 5. Right, where are you not going?
The best thing is you can pretend it was all your idea. Exactly. Anyone who watches my Football Manager stuff, the Talent Exodus Challenge that I did, which is one of my most viewed concepts in like the last 3 or 4 months, that was a ChatGPT idea as well. That I asked it to brainstorm 100 original, unique Football Manager ideas. And I think that was like number 65 of the 100. And we picked that one out and worked through the concept together. And it was a completely unique concept in Football Manager content creation. I've never seen anyone else do that concept, and it went down really, really well. So again, that was a ChatGPT creation. You can probably get ChatGPT to write a novel for you. Yeah, you probably could. It probably wouldn't be very good, but you could certainly get the way to use it is to not just get what it says and regurgitate it and claim that's your own. You have to work with it. Treat it as a team member. You can't really get it to do your work for you, but it can certainly make the work that you're doing anyway better, because you can use it to bounce ideas off of and to fact check and sense check, and you can, like, the new deep research tool on there is brilliant. Like, because we're going to Disneyland Paris for the new store opening and to get Anna's Lego set, I've asked it to do a deep research task where it goes and analyzes Lego videos that have had over 500,000 views to find how we can apply the key things that made those videos so successful, and apply that to a video where we're going to a new Lego store to buy a specific Lego set. And we're kind of midway through a brainstorming thing on that at the moment, and coming up with a way to package that as a concept to basically, I want to be able to, because most trips we go on,
your videos that are coming
well,
up.
people know that video's coming up. We've talked about that. Then we're not going to go to a new Lego store opening and not make a video about it. But most of the time when we go on trips, the content covers the cost of the trip. I want to get to the point where we can guarantee when we go on trips that the content is going to cover the cost of the trip, because we get the format just right. Because then we can start going on more and more trips, because we can start guaranteeing that they'll pay for themselves. Whereas at the moment, we have to be quite conservative with it. Plan one, do it, wait and see how it does. Like with Billand. I've done Billand, I've made the content for Billand. I now have to wait.
I had to convince you to go there.
Yeah. I now have to wait and see how that content does, see if it covers the cost of the trip, and if it does, we can look to do a similar trip. Whereas if we can get to the point where we know before we've even gone that the trip is going to be profitable because we've got the format nailed, that's going to be awesome.
Why do you not live here?
And that, boys and girls, is the difference between doing YouTube as a hobby and doing it as your job. Because this is the kind of thought and research that goes into a simple video. I love my job, it's great. It's not a creator, but it's a fantastic offloader and extension of your own pattern recognition and organisation. Exactly that. Kevin and Anna like eat fish and chips and pizza or pasta. I'm not sure what you mean. Yes, we like food. Food is good.
I like fish and chips more than pizza.
I love them both equally, and would not like to live in a world that doesn't have plentiful supplies of both in. Right, where did we get to? There we go.
Kevin likes a parade as well, don't you?
I like what?
Parades. What's about parades or rides?
Oh, what, at Disney? I like the whole experience. I mean, do you not like the parades?
They're all right, but they're just a bit.
I've only ever done this once, but it was brilliant.
Oh, well, Fountain.
Yeah, Anna wasn't there because I was in there buying some. It was when we went with Andy, so they were having some time out back at the hotel, and I went in on my own to get Anna some jewellery from Pandora because it was her birthday while we were there. And I came out of the jewellery shop and was like, you know what I need now? I need a massive donut in the shape of Mickey Mouse's head. So I got myself a massive donut and a croque monsieur and a lovely French coffee, and went and sat outside the little Main Street cake shop to eat my lunch. And as I sat, I don't know how I got a table. As I sat down, the parade started in front of me, so I got to sat there drinking my coffee and eating my lunch, watching the parade go by from outside the coffee shop, and it was brilliant. I had such a good time, and that was the first time I'd ever really experienced a parade, because Andy won't sit and watch them. And at that point, we'd never been without him, so I'd never experienced the parades before, and I thought it was brilliant. So yeah, I do like the parades, but I also love the rides. I just love the whole experience. I can't wait until we go in a few weeks. It's going to be awesome. One of the first things I'd like to do when I visit the UK is get a traditional English breakfast. It looks yummy. It is pretty yummy. It is pretty yummy. That's a cool trick using to put your stickers on. We'll try it the next time I have a sticker piece that drives me crazy not getting it straight. Yeah, I can't claim that I came up with it.
No, it's just an extension of your hand, really.
Yeah, I've seen people do it in other videos, but it does make it much easier to aim.
especially if you've got big man fingers.
Yeah. Some people use tweezers for it, which I've never tried.
I think tweezers would mark it though.
Yeah, maybe. Why are fries called chips, by the way? I mean, what you've done there is got yourself all confused. They are just called chips. They're not called fries in the first place. They're chips.
We have fries as well, but that's just
Yeah, fries
French
are what we
fries.
call the dirty little American ones that aren't very good.
The McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's chips are fries because they're not very good.
They're lovely.
They're not like chip shop chips, though, are they?
Whatever. They're not fries, are they? Fries are different.
I mean, we're both wrong because the best people at doing chips are the Belgians, and they call them frits. So they're frits. Because
We really need. Well, if we have them again, just buy a very small one. We
Yeah.
do not need the
I
big
was
ones.
heartbroken. We hadn't been to Amsterdam since we'd both lost weight, and it turns out that we can't eat a massive cone of Belgian chips anymore, which was heartbreaking because I really wanted to, but we just couldn't manage them. We wasted so many chips. They're fries if they're curly. Interesting. I mean,
never heard that
curly
before.
fries are. You wouldn't say curly chips, would you? But
No.
I don't think that's the only time they're fries. They're fries if you're wrong. I'm a funny guy.
I didn't understand that.
Sometimes you don't.
No, that's very true.
Come on, you little weasel. Beautiful. Beautiful work, Kevin. Excellent fingering. First time watching live, just wanted to say that my boyfriend looks at me funny every time I ask where my wang jangler is. I now can't call it anything else. Well, that's correct. You're very wise.
What's happened there then?
Just get him to watch too. Then he'll start calling him wang jangler. It's contagious. It is a wang jangler. Us British people call it chips, but the American people call it fries. Exactly.
I don't know what's happened here. Oh, because that's too short.
Boink. All curlies are fries, but not all fries are curlies. Yeah, exactly. Alright, where does this bit go? Your little Turkish car. There we go.
Woo!
We called them freedom fries when we had a little scuffle with France. I mean, that's probably the most American thing I've ever heard. I'm going to a party in an hour. Well, have a lovely time. Tell me you're not in the UK. Imagine going to a party at 11 p.m. I would be very... In the unlikely event I went to a party, goodness me, would I be ready to leave long before 11 p.m. I certainly wouldn't be able to arrive at that time. That would be nightmarish.
Young people for you.
I didn't do it when I was young either. I've only ever been in a nightclub 4 times in my life, and 2 of them were for a school Christmas party. Which, looking back, was bananas that the school Christmas party when I was in sixth form was in a nightclub. And we all got hammered, even though we were underage and it was a school thing. But they served booze.
In the 90s.
It was mad. I mean, when I first joined sixth form, our team building day at the start of lower sixth, so we were all 16. The really old ones might have just turned 17, but we cycled around town and ended up back at my form tutor's house where we had a barbecue and all got drunk and then cycled home again drunk.
Yeah, that wouldn't fly now. You can imagine.
She went on to become like the head of teacher training at that school.
Jesus. Yeah, it's fine to take your students home with you.
It was mad though, because when Friends Reunited was a thing, I obviously went.
Friends
I went on
Reunited.
Friends Reunited so I would have still only been like 21, 22. Went on there and obviously put my status as married, had a kid, all that kind of stuff. And because it was all about meeting, like getting back in touch with people from school, the teachers would be on there as well. And that same teacher, my form tutor when I was in sixth form, who later went on to become head of teacher training at that school, and I ran into again, as a professional later in life. Luckily, she didn't remember me then. But she commented on my status on Friends Reunited, saying she couldn't believe I'd thrown my life away by getting married and having a kid so young. At which point I blocked her. But that's just insane. Imagine doing that now.
That's what my dad told me. It's like, thanks.
First Abbey National, now Friends Reunited, all the throwbacks tonight. Look, I've been learning a lot about history and how old people used to live.
Old people
Yeah.
used to live.
Yeah, I mean, I never experienced any of this stuff.
No.
But I've been reading a history book about the olden times.
God, is Friends Reunited actually a thing anymore?
No, it was sold to ITV
Really?
and they shut it down.
Why?
So the really annoying thing about Friends Reunited, I actually quite like that as a service now, and it doesn't exist.
No.
It would be quite cool to be able to find out what people I went to school. Quite apart from anything else, I'd like to show off and show how much more successful than them I am.
You'll be nosy.
Yeah, because when Facebook first became a thing, obviously everyone added everyone they went to school with.
Mm-hmm.
But I deleted all them lot because they were annoying. And I can't now re-add them because I can't find them now. Most, like, half of them have got married and changed their names.
Yeah.
So there's just no way to find them now. So I don't know what any of them are
I'm sure
doing.
most of them will. You don't go on Facebook, but
Well,
most.
the important thing is I want them to see how well I'm doing. I don't really care what they're doing. I want them to see what a success I've been. So I'd quite
Why?
like Friends Reunited because I like to show off. I want them to see what a hero I am. Because I am a hero.
Kevin, everybody.
Kevin the hero. But every now and again you get one show up who's found me through some social media or whatever.
Oh, I went to school with you.
Well, do you remember when we did the MGP thing in that pub in Peterborough, and someone that I went to school with came to that, and it was like,
They kissed you on the mouth.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen him since we left school, and it's like, this is insane. He's like, oh yeah, I listen to the podcast all the time. What? And you've never made contact and told me. He might still be watching now. I've again not spoken to him for 10 years. He might still watch.
Mm.
But that sort of stuff is mad.
Yeah,
My
he gave me
secondary-
photos of you. It was very strange. I was like, thanks.
My secondary school has a Facebook page. Yeah, but I don't use Facebook. So I can't access any of that because I just won't use Facebook. Because I like not knowing how racist my family are. So on that basis,
Oh, they're not that bad.
you only know the ones that you know. I have all my extended family on there, and some of them are proper mutants. And I just don't want to know because I just don't want to know. I prefer living in ignorance, so I'm not going to use Facebook for that basis, for that reason.
Did you have MySpace?
Yeah, MySpace was cool.
Were you friends with that guy?
What, Tom? Yeah, obviously everyone was friends with Tom. Every now and again I look him up to see what he's doing now.
He's a designer or something, isn't he?
Yeah. There you go. That's my third speed champion of the evening, boys and girls. My third and final one tonight. If I do 3 on Monday, that means I will have done the whole 10 within launch month. How many unbuilt sets do we have? Hundreds.
Too many.
Yeah. I am going through them at the moment and being quite harsh with it. And right, am I planning on building it? If I am, what am I planning on doing with it? If I don't have a plan to use it either in the city or in a display, and it's not yet built, they are going on eBay because we need to create space upstairs to move the stream upstairs. So yeah, we are trying to get rid of some of the stuff. A lot of the unbuilt sets that we got are gifts for purchase that we don't really want. We've got a lot of them. The gifts for purchase that looked cool at the time, but are actually, what am I going to do with that if I build it? So we never built it. I've blocked one of my cousins because she was so vile and anti-disability on Facebook. See, that's the kind of stuff I just don't want to know, because it would make family reunions, when they rarely happen, really, really awkward, because I wouldn't be able to not tell them how wrong they were. Are you nearly finished? Are you on the last bag?
No. I've got
I think Anna's going to finish this on Monday,
2
though,
more bags.
which is super duper. What's my eBay? Lelujomon. There's not a lot on there at the moment, but there is stuff that goes on there from time to time. There'll be some more stuff going on in a few days, I should think. Do you guys keep your boxes? No.
Not unless they're signed.
We must have built 200 sets in the last year between us. If we kept all the boxes, we'd need a room in the house just to put the boxes in. We build, like on this stream, we've built 4 different sets. There's no way we're keeping the boxes.
Right, there we go. Oh, no.
Beautiful.
That's bag 12 done.
Of 15, did you say? Yeah. 'Cause it looks nearly finished. It does look really cool. That is a snazzy.
I need all the minifig jet and stuff, so...
The architecture sets are nice, I just don't have the patience for them. What's my social security number and home address? We don't have social security numbers here.
No, we don't. We have national insurance numbers.
We do. Would you like that? Will you give us a link to your eBay store when you post them so we can see what you've got? I'll put it on the Discord. The Discord link is in the description, so jump over to the Discord. And the next time I put some Lego on there, I'll put it in the Discord. There are a few sets on there at the moment, just like a couple of gifts with purchase. But yeah, the next time I post some Lego on there, I'll put the link on the Discord. But it's Lelujomon if you want to just search for me. Right, boys and girls, we are going to wrap things up there. There are 2 Lego City updates coming out this weekend. Now I've got all of the Billand content out. The stuff that, like the one that's coming out tomorrow, I recorded a week ago and we just haven't had a gap in the schedule to release it. So there'll be 2 Lego City videos over the weekend. We'll be back with another stream on Monday. And then Tuesday is New Lego Day. So Lego Store vlog. So lots of stuff up and coming. But for now, you know I'm doing the end of the stream, don't you?
Yes, he does.
He knows the change in the tone of my voice that I'm doing my scripted outro. Boys and girls, thank you for watching. Toodle pip, bye-bye, and toodles.